The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
The following content contains adult language and humor that is not suitable for viewers under the age of 18. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. The views and opinions expressed during the following video content are those of the individual and may not reflect those of others.
Pacific414 Pop Talk is here. Sit back and relax and join the conversation. We've got Baron Orman Tagge, Cash Money 007, and even Mike too. Pop culture, entertainment, news and reviews. Discussions will have opinions made from the panel to the chat. Everyone is welcome here. Watch parties and special guests. We like to have a good time. Pacific414 Pop Talk is underway. Pull up a seat, we're inviting you to stay. Articles, collectibles, reviews, you say. Baron, Cash, and Mike bring the fun tonight. Now sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Don't forget to like or comment below. We almost forgot to share out the show. Pacific414 Pop Talk is one of a kind. It's true. It's true. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
It's true. It's true.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome one and all to the Sunday edition of Pacific414 Pop Talk, coming to you live on the Pacific414 Blaze channel, the Rumble channel, and the YouTube channel, along with Baron Orman Tagge, Cash Money 007. I am your host, Mike, and tonight we are going to be talking about the weekend box office, as per usual. However, we are going to see if Supergirl soared, or was she box office kryptonite, bitch?
Hail Jimmy Gunn, savior of the DCU, yeah!
Oh, please. After what I saw with Superman, after we had a watch party last year, and Supergirl coming and going, "Where's my dog, bitch?" That turned me off. That one made me go, I am not watching that Supergirl movie when it comes out next year, and I hold to that. I already saw one movie that made me shake my head this June, so I don't need to make it a twofer.
So, we're not going to have a watch party for this?
No, no.
No. I feel like it's now it's gotten to the point. Before, we didn't have to do this, but the way things continue to go, you got to ask him, what do you know about this, and how much do you know about this? And I feel like it has to happen now. And if you don't know enough about this property, you shouldn't be allowed to do it. I know that sounds mean, but
this is James Gunn, Cass. James Gunn, it's the same person who told John Cena, "Oh, don't read any of the Peacemaker comics. We're not going by that."
There's barely anything
this is James
anyway.
Gunn, who directed Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and the only good redeeming part of that movie was Rocket's story. The rest of that movie was shit.
I know it wasn't the whole thing about Gamora yelling at Star-Lord was ridiculous.
James Gunn is not the savior of DC.
Yeah, I was having a conversation with Spock, because Spock was saying that Gamora actually wasn't even in the comics, I guess. I don't know how I haven't looked and done my own research. I guess I will in a little bit, but I guess they added her. I didn't hate her character, but it was like you guys have something going there, and then you change it, and it's like here we go again.
Yes. And real quick, I want to thank Powerline Gaming for following the Rumble channel. Really appreciate it. Welcome aboard.
Hey, welcome to the mess, man. We have a lot of fun making it.
Oh, we do try to have a lot of fun on this show that's not as well produced as other podcasts, and we talk about the same old crap according to some people who have been in the chat recently.
Well, that's my fault because I'm kind of the pseudo producer. So
yeah, and one day this show will be better produced, but I don't know when that day will come.
Yeah.
You know, no, I'm going to say this. I don't care if it pisses anyone off. To those two people that said that, they know how this show is run. And one of them in particular has known that for the past 4 years. You don't like it? Well, you're free to leave.
Okay, well, I was kind of hurt and mad about that, so I guess I will. It was nice being here, everybody.
Oh, man.
No, I knew from the get-go I wanted this show to have fun and be fun. You know, look at articles, be serious about the articles we have to be serious about, because if you joke about it, then there's something wrong with you, depending on what the article is. And then other articles and other factors, you look at it and you laugh, you have fun. And that's one thing that some people have forgotten to do. I've seen it happen on other channels too, where somebody goes into another person's chat and tries to bring that whole stream down, that whole chat down, because they're in a pissant mood. No, you don't do that. You don't.
Nope.
But I hope you guys are doing well.
Oh, yeah, I'm doing pretty good. And thank you for letting me join your show, Mike. That's greatly appreciated. I was on one until last week on Wednesday. And of course, Wednesday was my last day on that one show. So I'm very thankful that you let me in on this one. So,
Oh, jackass.
hee-haw. Hee-haw.
Jackass.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those of you that missed it, after Wednesday's show, Baron was just being a smartass, saying, "Thank you for letting me be on the show. This is going to be my last show, and it's been fun." Yeah, you jerk.
I'm the jerkiest of jerks. Don't forget it.
But Baron, what's been going on since Wednesday? Since your last show, and then you decided, oh, I'll come back.
Mm-hmm. I thought I went to a new show. Oh, okay.
This is the same, not as well produced podcast as other podcasts that talks about the same old crap.
Well, that's why I left the other one, because it wasn't that well produced and ran, and I thought I was going to a higher quality show. I guess I got bait and switched here. I'm kind of offended. I am offended. But other than that, I'm doing fine. I'm glad that the storms have gone by, because I was kind of getting concerned that, I don't want to see me get knocked off because of storms. But I'm here, and it's a little wetter than normal, but hey, I'm here.
And that's the thing. Right now in the Midwest and the East Coast, we're all getting bombarded with storms. Even in the Deep South, they're getting bombarded with storms.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's not fun, that's for sure.
Nope. Especially when you hear the clack of thunder and it's very close.
Yeah. Honey doesn't like that.
I never liked it. Even when my dad and I used to go up to the Sierra Mountains in California, and you hear that thunderclap, it's like, I don't like it.
He doesn't like it either.
You just watch yourself.
That's right.
He's got the thunderclap in 12 systems.
And look, we got a Norwegian in the chat.
It's a Norwegian.
How you doing, Japes?
Okay. There's a crazy Norwegian. Oh, yeah. Don't you know? And he was hiding, so I could not say happy the Mai to him back in May.
Yeah, he was. He was out there on his ship, hunting and fishing,
trying to plug
doing all sorts of crap. Yeah,
bailing. Trouble is, he's got emptying the bucket in the boat. That's come on, man.
How you been since Wednesday? I mean, yeah, I know we talked the other night.
Mm-hmm. I've been
talked the other night.
I know.
Wow.
We made sure you weren't around. No, but
I kind of figured that. You know.
Yeah, we looked over our shoulders to make sure.
We didn't want.
He's not here.
He's not here. You know, like I've been doing pretty good. I've been watching some of the World Cup, and I'm actually impressed that my Dodgers is the best team in baseball right now. Because
shut up about your fucking Dodgers. But you know what? Mike Cubbies won today.
I know
he
they
took
did.
2 out of 3 from the Brewers.
Hey,
so.
I'm gonna talk some shit. I heard some shit on Wednesday, so I'm gonna be talking some shit.
You didn't hear nothing. You didn't hear nothing.
Sure,
you didn't hear nothing. And the conversation you're referring to happened on Thursday. Spock joined me in the VC when I was playing.
Yes, Thursday.
Mouse PI for hire.
I know what I heard.
We were having fun. That's what I want to do on my streams. Just have fun.
I know what I heard, so I'm going to be talking some shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I know what I heard.
I know what I heard.
Give me a break.
Two goober lubers.
You don't have any feelings, so there's nothing to hurt.
Sometimes I do, man. Sometimes I do.
You're just an AI. You're just an AI. What?
You're an AI, Baron.
But I'm a better one.
You're a better one. But no, it's surprising because the Braves have actually dropped off a little bit. But the World Cup, the Germany is like 2-1 right now, and Brazil's 2-1. The United States is 2-1, and they shouldn't have lost to actually Turkey. The coach thought it was a good idea to rest a lot of players, and then they're talking about an extension for him. All this stuff is really something. It really is. So
yeah.
Because if the United States wants to make an impact, they're going to have to find their killer instinct if they really actually want to make an impact in the World Cup this time. So
I've been happy with the Cubs this week. They swept the Mets in a 4-game series, and they took 2 out of 3 this weekend from the Brewers. So, you know, they're getting right back in the thick of things in that NL Central. And the thing that's hurting us right now is that we have a lot of our starting pitchers on the IL, and we have a lot of our relievers on the IL. So we're walking wounded, but we did get David Peterson from the Mets the other day, and he started yesterday and got his first win as a Cub. And he seemed to take a shot at the Mets. He says, yeah, it's nice having a nice infield defense playing behind me and to get the outs. It's like, ooh, shots fired.
Oh, shots fired, yeah. Well, you know, it's just, and when it comes to the Dodgers and stuff, like, of course, they're playing the Padres right now, and it's just like the Padres, it's funny, you'd never think they would become such pests, but they have. They're pests, so you got to shut them down. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been to a Cubs, Padres game, obviously, but I've also been to a Dodgers-Padres game in San Diego, and it gets intense.
Yeah, they've become pests. They've become pests more than the D-bags and the the Rockies. Though I don't really have disrespect for the Rockies. It's just the Giants.
The Rockies are a poorly managed ball club. And
they just. I just. It's just fascinating to me that these owners just don't spend money. They want to blame certain teams, the Yankees, the Dodgers, and other teams that spend money. And it's like, well, in the Dodgers situation, at least more of the few people, including Magic Johnson, decided to become owners. So, but I just, it's crazy to me. These owners don't spend money. My brother was with one of his friends yesterday at the Angels game, and they had people with their shirts off. You know, that thing they're doing is shirts off, and they were just ripping on the owner, and then the security told him to came over there and told him to stop it. And I'm like, really? You know, you guys, the way that the fans have been treated by the Angels organization, and they don't have a right to feel that way, like, and then you're telling them to stop. There's no censorship there.
Oh, no dictatorship there if you're an Angels fan. I mean, come on. The last time they won a World Series was in 2002 against the Giants. Their fans deserve so much better. Mike Trout, a good ball player.
Great ball player, yeah. Yes.
Deserves more playoff appearances than he actually has.
He does. And he's been very loyal to them. And I don't know. I would not have him stay there. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he'll change his mind, but
if I were the Angels, I would ask him if he'd like to be traded to another team this year.
Yeah, he deserves to be on a playoff team. If he's been very loyal to them, yeah, and so I don't know. Loyalty is very rare nowadays in anything. So,
well, you don't
hear when I left the show.
Gosh, yes, Baron, you're so important to us.
Hey, well, remember, he likes to tell us that he does. So. But think about it. You don't have many players, if any at all, anymore that are drafted by the team. They go through the team's minor league system. They make their rookie debut with the team, and they end up retiring with the team.
Right. Not
having been traded or, DFA'd at any point in their career. You don't have that anymore.
Yep.
Nope.
No.
I mean, as much as I love Rhino, he didn't start off with the Cubs. The Cubs got him in a trade. But
well, all I know is my beloved Banana Ball League. Well, yesterday they played the furthest they've been away from Savannah. The Bananas themselves against the Party Animals in Oregon in a giant college, the Ducks Stadium there.
Oh, yeah, right. Oregon. Yeah, right. Oh, so they played in the okay. So they turned it into that. That's cool. All right.
And it was full. And we had the clowns in the I think it was the tailgaters in North Dakota, Fargo, North Dakota. They're getting closer to the Twin Stadiums here, which they will be very soon. And I think next week, I think they're at Wrigley.
I believe it's next week.
Oh. Yeah, for the 4th of July. And I think we should do a little celebrating too as well. It is Mel Brooks's centennial today.
Yeah.
I was just going to mention that. I had decided to, in honor of his 100th birthday, I would watch The Producers.
Oh, nice. Yeah. The springtime.
Time for Hitler in Germany. No, folks, we're not praising Hitler. We're saying a song from The Producers, a funny movie. If you never watched it, watch it.
Yeah, the original.
Yeah, and it's on Tubi. It's on Tubi. If you want to see the Gene Wilder one.
Yeah, Zero Morcell, who was great. Gene Wilder, who was great. Bruce Mars, it was great.
Yeah, that was
everybody.
Yeah, that was better than the remake they did. I gotta
what remake?
Watch. Yeah, right.
Huh? I do not know of this remake you speak of. What is a remake?
Yeah, I don't understand what he's talking about.
This language you speak of, Cash, it is foreign to me.
Yeah, well, Nathan Lane was good in it, and so was Will Ferrell, but
again.
You can't beat the original,
Matt,
man.
no,
Come
come
on.
on.
No, never.
Bruce
And Matthew
Mars, you
Broderick
can't
was
beat.
probably the weakest in that, but
Well, I mean, wouldn't you be too when you wake up every morning and ask your wife why the long face?
yeah, they did a joke. They did a producers thing also on Curb, which was funny. But I've got to watch the original producers. I haven't watched.
It's on Tubi. That's
Oh,
awesome.
come on, man. You gotta
will.
watch it.
I will.
Oh. Hysterical.
I'm sure it's great.
Tubi's great. And as I'm watching, I'm thinking, oh, should we do a watch party?
I mean, if Mel Brooks, even with people like Josh Gad, if he's telling them, look, guys, we've got to... Because the trailer was actually funny for Spaceballs 2. It was actually clever. And I'm like, okay, guys.
Maybe I gotta go find it and watch
Yes,
it.
you need to watch it.
The teaser is
teaser.
what Cash is talking about,
the teaser,
not the trailer.
Yeah,
Nothing
I guess there's
in
nothing
regards
really
to the next Spaceballs been released yet.
Yeah, it basically talks about all this stuff that came.
That has happened since
Yes.
1987 when the original Spaceballs came out.
Hey, we got Rick Moranis back for that. I mean, that's worth
Yeah.
trying to see it right there. Despite Josh Gad, it's like, I mean,
well, it's just
it's
like I
great to
said,
see him
Josh
back.
Gad. It's just weird because if you guys ever watched The Rocker, which is actually surprisingly a good movie, Josh Gad can be funny. It's really weird. These people can be funny. Anthony Anderson used to be a funny guy, like before he went, we'll say, to the dark side. It just when he used to do stuff that was considered politically incorrect, like for Romeo Must Die, dim sum, and it was just because everybody in that movie, with the Asians, the blacks, the whites, whatever, it was all a bunch of stereotypes because that's the way they were talking. So yeah, and they knew exactly what that movie was, and it was surprisingly a good film. But yeah, I mean, the jokes that they say, and he would never say that stuff now. It's so racist and stuff. And it's like, yeah, but look at what the Jet Li's character said to him. Like, so, I mean, it's called banter. He's a jackass in that. I guess Anthony Anderson's a jackass in real life. So,
we're all jackasses.
Yeah.
Hee-haw.
But
all you just need to do is see a couple episodes of Blackish, and you'll know right off the bat what a piece of.
I hope they at least pay Lawrence Fishburne a lot of money for that. I really do. It's just what a great actor that man is. It's just
always been one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite movies with him in is Assault on Precinct 13. I know, shocking. I didn't mention The Matrix.
He had a great role.
You know what's funny? He prefers to be called Larry. It's like everyone calls him Lawrence Fishburne. It's like,
really interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that. That's cool.
I heard that. It's like, wow, talk about a little bit of that down to earth, type of thing. But when you got the profession, the professionally, they have it fully out. I mean,
yeah.
Well, just imagine sitting with him and Morgan Freeman and Denzel Washington and some of these other people, and just having a great discussion about their movies and about where the cinema is and so on. Doing a better job.
Speaking of the cinema, gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen, well, let's go ahead and do what we always do on a Sunday show.
Good way to segue there, Cash.
All right, so look at this, ladies and gentlemen. The weekend box office, courtesy of Box Office Mojo. And yeah, Toy Story was the number one movie again for the second week in a row. However, look at that 56.2% drop.
It's a big drop. Jeez.
And I still call BS on
last week's, where it was all exact, 160 million exactly domestically, and then the international total was the exact amount.
I don't know, something still, and it's still way too high. I mean, you know what? I don't really hear a lot of hoopla about it too out there. You'd figure if that was true numbers, it'd be hoopla everywhere. But it's like even the press does not want to touch it. It's like, you know, Russia Hulk's okay, but this is, you know, a little bit, you know, get it out there.
And it's good to see Godzillionaire, who says, so is the latest fire in California, the 200 million DC just lit on fire with Supergirl?
Well, Godzillionaire's a little upset because he invested. He invested into the film. He was wowed. He invested some mighty kaiju bucks into it, and then you know we got this. I don't blame him for being upset. I really don't, guys. Godzillionaire, you got my sympathy.
And we also got the Padawannabe. And again, I do want to let all Stealthless Optional members know if you'd like to come on the panel and discuss what we are discussing tonight, which is the Supergirl box office and a few other things, you're more than welcome to click on to that StreamYard link that is in the post section on the YouTube side.
Yo.
And I also want to say hello to Sloth over on Blaze, who says, good morning, great stream. Thank you very much for that, Sloth.
Oh, Sloth. At first I thought you said Sloth. No offense, Sloth. I got bad ears. But hey, thanks for watching, man.
Yeah, thanks for coming by. And everybody, thank you for coming by. And so, again, Toy Story, the #1 movie with 70 million, exactly. Just like last weekend, it had 160 million. Exactly.
Yeah, but notice it did change it. I think someone heard our show and go, oh, we better put some other numbers in there now to make it, because the Pop Talk guys are on to us. Quick, do something.
Oh, we look at the weekend box office every weekend, Baron. We see patterns.
I don't know.
We've seen patterns for the past 2 years.
It's weird. I never thought I was going to get to a point where it's like if somebody doesn't ask you to want to go to these movies, you just really don't care. And it's nothing against Backrooms or stuff like Obsession. I'm glad those are doing well. I like.
They're still in the top 10. Those movies are still doing strong.
I'm still glad to see that. I'm glad to see more independent stuff, because a lot of the mainstream industry has failed us with a lot of stuff. It's just directions they've gone. And
really?
Yeah, I know. Then they yell at us when we don't go with this stuff.
Yeah, we're bad people.
How dare you not see my movie?
How dare you?
Well, it's because of the misogynists. Supergirl didn't perform well this weekend. You know they're already saying that if they haven't already.
Well, as a misogynist, and of course I wouldn't. It's a movie that has a female lead as a superhero. I would never watch anything like that. It's not like I'm watching Gal Gadot playing Wonder Woman. I mean,
hold on. Bullshit.
I'm Mr. Misogynist here.
I don't know where that came from. Oh, man, allergies, man.
Allergies are getting you, man. But the thing is no one told Bob the intern to not have it all zeros again, because even though it was like 70 million even again, it's like, Bob, get in here. Look what you did. Weren't you in that meeting? I don't know, boss. I was being assaulted by a mouse.
But yeah, so there you got it with Toy Story 5. Now, Supergirl. Like I said in the beginning, when we watched Superman for our watch party back in November, as soon as she came in and said, "Where's my dog, bitch?" I'm going, oh, I won't be watching that movie, bitch.
It's hilarious. Yeah, it was hilarious how stupid it was. But
Oh, please. So and again, I'm going to reiterate, the only good part of Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was Rocket Story. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because Supergirl, like all DC movies now, is a James Gunn production.
Right.
Well, yeah, and so Ellison is probably thinking, because they met recently, it's like, and this stuff was, it's crazy this stuff still came out, but it did. And I don't know if he's going to accept if they really want to start making some changes with Warner, if that's really what they want to do, and they might, I don't know for sure. I don't like these monopolies anyways, but yeah, since I can't do anything about it, well, then he may be like, look, if you're not bringing us money, then there needs to be a change, because Matt Reeves is the only guy. Matt Reeves is the only guy who's got a vision for something, but there probably won't even.
We're probably not going to get that the Batman movie.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen, and there would probably be, even in the Batman, like if you sit down and analyze it with certain things, like, okay, I actually like this. I'm not sure about this. This could work. Okay, this movie went too long. They should have ended it here. But then you watch the Penguin show, and he was a producer on that. And you got the showrunner for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and how successful that show was. And so then you had something going there because people had a vision. Okay, we took the Batman and then we made the Penguin. It can work. You just gotta think about it.
Well,
and real quick. Yeah. Padawannabe says the movies are going through the theater faster than I can get there. And that's very true. Some movies are only lasting 2 weeks in the theaters, if that.
Right.
Yep.
Seems if I don't see it those first couple of weeks, I have to wait for streaming. Not enough theaters here now. No. A lot of them are closed. And you know why a lot of them are closed? Because of the Kufadu, the lockdowns.
Yep.
Yes, they did. Yes, that hurt
and
the
then the
theaters
price
a lot. The prices going up too is a bad thing, yes.
Yeah. And I also wanted to say hello to John Rendell, also known as Fez Forever. See you, John.
My super edge. Hail, John. Fez
John Rendell.
Forever.
John Rendell.
So,
woo.
So here's something that sticks out to me, ladies and gentlemen. If Supergirl was supposed to be this massive movie for DC following last year's release of Superman, why was it only released in 3,602 theaters here in the States? Things that make you go,
Things that make you go, I love it.
Well,
it's great.
No, this is a crying shame because unfortunately the original Supergirl movie back in '84 didn't do too well because really it wasn't that good of a movie. It had nothing to do with Helen Slater. She did a good job as Supergirl, I thought.
Of course.
Don't you dare bash my Helen Slater, dude.
I am not bashing her.
Why? Anytime I see her on screen, that woman is just, I don't know, even...
She's radiant.
Sitcom, yes, she's just... It's that personality that she has. And she added so much to... wasn't she? Didn't she? There was something else she did too, and I can't think. Not the one with Michael J. Fox, but there was something else. I can't think of the name right now. Shit. I think. All right.
See that's the thing. You know, don't talk bad about her because Mike obviously is very. He's got he's got Nick Cage on it because
I mean she was
Cage,
so.
Who was a big fan.
I've had a crush on her since I saw that movie when I was 6 years old.
The secret of my success, and you're like Helen Slater, and you're just like, it's her personality that when you saw her on the screen, you went, dang. That's just, and she plays off of people so well. I think I've seen that Supergirl movie. It's just been a long time. Maybe I'll have to watch it again. But
once. But, you know, in this, you know, it's like Nick Cage, big Elvis fan, right? So what does he do? He eventually marries Lisa Marie. Not long, but he does it. You know, boom. Oh, not Lisa Marie, but, yeah, the daughter is Lisa Marie, right? I can't remember.
Yeah, Lisa Marie's the daughter, Priscilla's the mother.
Well, see, Helen Slater dated Michael J. Fox, so he said that goes, wow, Supergirl and Back to the Future. Which nails it down even more for him to get. Hey, Helen, how's it going?
Yeah. And Shane says Supergirl saves DCU by getting it stopped. Oh, that could very well be the path that DC goes now.
Amen.
It's not going.
Yes. No.
Well, and I kind of said, one is sad that you have that happen because I'm sure that we are due for a good Supergirl movie. Why not? Supergirl's a great character. But it also comes down to the thing. If this one failed, like I said, this is really going to put Jimmy Gunn the hot seat.
Well,
and I think we're going to see his job in danger now, especially with the state of Warner Brothers.
It's the state of Warner Brothers, the state of the merger. Now, you do have some states that are threatening to sue to block the merger here in the States between Paramount and Warner Brothers.
Yep.
However, if that deal does go through, the merger does go through, I could see Jimmy Gunn being one of the first people let go.
I don't think Ellison's gonna put up with that shit for 5 seconds, but I don't know.
I'd transfer him to garbage duty. Okay,
he needs to be demoted.
What?
Ooh.
Not good. Look at that international.
Yeah. Even the world didn't like it. See, this has nothing to do with being a woman. It has everything to do with the fact that James Gunn sucks. And
well, it has everything to do with bad storytelling, everything to do with bad writing. It's like I said with Masters of the Universe, although with that one, we are going to have a watch party when it's available on Prime. So you all can judge for yourself. I will try, keyword, try not to make any quips and smart-ass remarks, but
10 minutes.
No promises.
10 minutes in, we're already having an earful. But, I mean, the only thing you could call a success, if you want to call it that Jimmy Gunn has had with his DCU dancing around, as he dances around like Buffalo Bill, tucked between his legs, telling girls, you get the hose again, put the lotion on the skin, that stuff. But it's Superman, and that wasn't really a big hit.
No. It's like you and I were saying, Baron. Superman should have been $1 million movie. And it wasn't. It failed at the box office. It was beaten by an anime.
Yeah. No. It wasn't. Didn't you read that one article where, in all reality, bullshit? I know.
It's gotten to, it's crazy to say. Back in the day, it was like it's obvious these people cared a lot about the source material, cared a lot about giving people an entertaining experience for their money. But now, especially with a lot of this comic book stuff, I mean, I'm not even sold even with the Russo brothers coming back. I feel because there can be this thing where there's too much nostalgia. Remember this? Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember this? And so that can be a problem in itself as well.
Well,
and then with Supergirl, it's like, look, I don't understand why this is really hard to figure out, but I don't like this new Superman, and I don't care what anybody says. He's weak. He got saved like at least 6 times in his own fucking movie. I'm just like, are you kidding me?
The only real Superman that there ever has been, including, the ones that were on TV, the only real Superman in my eyes will always be Christopher Reeve.
He's the best. And then like Brandon Roth was a good Superman, but I didn't hate Henry Cavill. It's just like I understand some people, or maybe more than some people, are like, I don't like that darker thing. Can we make it more of that lighter, like the Christopher Reeve? But it's just like it, but that still felt like Superman. Yeah, it was darker, but Henry Cavill to me still felt like Superman. This new Superman, no, he doesn't feel like that, and that's disappointing. It's fucking Superman, for fuck's sake.
I mean, I agree with
and for John, his Superman is George Reeves.
That's nothing wrong with that either, man.
Nothing wrong with that either. We all have our Superman, we all have our Batman, and we all have our Supergirl.
Look,
Helen Slater for the win.
However you feel about
what about the one in the Flash, man? Come on, man.
Although Lauren Verhoeven, I'm probably saying her last name wrong. She was in Smallville. He's a very close second. if you know what I mean.
As I said,
I
it's
know what
just
you
like the Supergirl thing, and I don't know. Even the animated Supergirl was really good because she had that snarky personality because she's a teenager and stuff, but it wasn't like this whole thing that she's drunk and doom and gloom and all this nonsense or whatever. It's just there was a lot of substance there. A lot of these characters, even if they aren't considered like main characters, you can put a lot of substance into them. But James Gunn, who, remember, has read comic books since he was 4 years old, he's the one who said it, not me.
Little Lulu and Baby Huey comics. He's an expert in all those.
I mean, it's just...
Not there's anything wrong with that.
It's so ridiculous. These are franchises that have been around for so many years. So if it's not Mindy Kaling or other people, or James Gunn, or some of these, or even, unfortunately, Todd Phillips, it's like, what are you guys doing? And I think if you go to a convention, you have every right to, if you decide to go to a panel and they're there, well, any of them, you have a right to say, look, I don't understand your vision, man, or what there is. How can you not explain to your actors that they should care more about the source material? And we see this time and time again. It doesn't matter if it's an anime. It doesn't matter what it is. Even that newest Mortal Kombat movie, whatever.
Yeah, there was this guy by the name of
liked-
Baron.
Yeah.
There's this guy by the name of Baron. He just walked up to the mic, looked up to the stage, and just said one thing. What the fuck? And then walked off. You know. Hey, but no, George Reeves and Christopher Reeves, both are equally good in my book, and for the two eras that they represented. And of course, so I'll go both.
During interviews, if you're doing even that Lantern show, even if you want to try it, you like maybe the actor Kyle Chandler, whatever. The problem is that you want to believe that, okay, Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart will end up being great together because they've been such a really good team before.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's going to play out like that, and it should, but then the ring's missing and stuff, all this stuff. The Titan show, I mean, you just go down the line. They were going to do a Zatanna show as well, or movie. And it's like, she's pretty interesting too, but it's just the people that are working on this stuff and their opinion. Yeah.
And remember, when James Gunn and Peter Safran were announced as the new heads of DC, I was cautiously optimistic. Baron was the one that was more pessimistic than any of us.
I win!
Yeah, well, I mean, it's one of those things. What are you going to prove? Like, you've done some good stuff for Marvel, but still, this is a different beast.
He did exactly what I said he was going to do, and it's sad. And Supergirl deserved better. I hate to say this. It sounds. I have a feeling it'll be a long
all
time
this
before
stuff
we see
deserves better,
Supergirl
Baron.
film. Yeah, I mean, James Gunn is on his way up. He has done irreparable harm to the DCU.
Yes.
When the only thing you got to hang your hat on is Superman, and everything else has basically been flop hole. I mean, Creature Commando. No one talked about that.
No,
it was never. It never caught on. Peacemaker. I mean, look how divisive that was. It's kind of
it was
brushed off to the side.
Yeah.
There have been projects that were supposed to happen. That one with Colin Farrell was supposed to happen, and then they decided, no, we're not going along with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just weird. I mean, even having like.
Hold on, Cash.
Go ahead. Yeah.
What was that question, Baron?
Wasn't that Constantine?
It was either Constantine or it was a Sergeant something. I can't remember the name of the character.
Sergeant Rock.
Yeah.
Sergeant Rock, yeah.
Well, I heard that Constantine movie was actually pretty good with Keanu Reeves. I haven't watched it, though.
I need to see it. Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
I understand some people don't like Constantine like Spock. He has a certain personality, Constantine. He's a jackass. But he also makes sense, too. That's right. Yeah, I think he's a pretty cool character from what I've seen of him. So.
Mm-hmm.
what I've read of him. Yeah.
Right. I mean, not everyone has. Not every superhero has to be your cup of tea and all that. But
No.
and all the way across the board. But let this era of Jimmy Gunn just fizzle out and put this. Just put these guys to rest for a little while. Not until you get something in there. I mean,
and
even
look,
in the 80s.
I'm happy to hear a good argument for supporting James Gunn, what he's done. But I mean, there's people who like the Superman movie, that's fine. But as I said, just analyze this. If you really care about DC, like people claim they do, just do some more research on it. Analyze some more stuff and say, does this really make sense? Would Superman really do this? Would Supergirl really do this?
Notice that she's asking you guys and not me when we have our pillow talk. So she knows I'm an idiot.
Well, I'm going to say hello to the long suffering who does ask, is there any movies coming out next weekend? As a matter of fact, there is actually 2 movies coming out next weekend.
What?
One is Young Washington, which comes out next weekend, which I'm actually going to see the following Monday. That's when I'm planning on going to see it anyway. And then the other, which will probably take a lot of box office from Young Washington, Supergirl, and a lot of the movies you currently see on the list, because I think it's going to do even better than Toy Story. How much better, I don't know. But that's the next Minions movie.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, you had to say Minions. I think I know what I'm going to be hearing. Pookie, take me out to see the Minions. She loves them. She loves them.
They're funny.
They are. They make me laugh.
They do all kinds of crazy stuff. I love it.
Yep. And John Rendell says, Sergeant Rock, now you're talking my lingo. Love Sergeant Rock, Unknown Soldier, and Gravedigger comics. Don't let James Gunn near them. Well, we're already seeing 2 examples of what happens when you let James Gunn near an established IP. And I don't care if people want to say, but Supergirl's not that well established like Superman. Bull freaking shit. If we had a Supergirl movie in '84, he was well established by then.
Hey, when you had on the cover, I believe it was a George Perez cover too, Superman holding the crumpled body of Supergirl because she died in one of the whole things. And it affected the comic book world. Don't tell me she's not established. She was established.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Banana.
And Padawannabe says that his wife likes the Minions too, Baron.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
Those guys are cute.
Now, I'm going to ask everybody, chat, you guys on the panel, and I'll give you my answer too. How big of a drop do you think Supergirl's going to have next weekend, especially with Minions coming out? I'm going to say it's going to be a 48% drop.
Mm-hmm. Something.
And I'm basing it off patterns that we've seen from week 1, week 2, every week that we take a look at the weekend box office.
I was thinking 40. I was thinking 42, but 48. I'll go with that.
Got a job, be back later, unless not, then hope your day is good. Well, thank you for stopping in, Padawannabe. Good to see you, brother.
Good.
Take care, Patty.
See you later, man.
But
by the way, he's
Baron,
going to be doing. James Gunn's going to be doing X-Men '98. Just to let you know.
but getting back to the topic at hand, what do you think the drop's going to be for next weekend, especially with Minions coming out? Again, Minions are still popular.
Mm-hmm. I think even Toy Story is going to take a big hit too.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, Cash, what do you think the percentage in the drop is going to be for next weekend?
For Supergirl or
yes,
or both?
yes, Supergirl. For Supergirl.
Okay. Maybe about 50% or something. I don't know. Maybe
possibly.
Yeah.
Oh, if it was more, that hurt even. Oh, that would hurt. Oh.
Oh, I mean, look at it. Masters of the Universe, how much that dropped.
Mm-hmm.
And it keeps dropping each and every week, as you can see.
Yeah. 64. Only made 2,223,000. Let's be kind. Let's just say 22 for whatever. Yeah, I mean,
I just the studios and the networks and all these people, like, they got to look at the stuff, like stuff that's been around for so many years should always be considered memorable, and we're not seeing that. It's like, oh, I like this, or they went in this direction, but is it memorable? I mean, obviously, I guess it doesn't have to be, but with these franchises that have been around for years and years and years and years, I don't know. They're going in so many wrong directions with this stuff. It's just weird. I mean, even some of the new Lara Croft stuff that's coming out, I just roll my eyes. People are like, why is she covered up? And other people, why does it matter? It's like, of course it matters.
Because we like movies.
Do we care about the characters, the way they're supposed to look, or do we not?
Yeah, I mean...
And that's what I've been hearing about Supergirl. It's slop. It's James Gunn slop. I have no intention on using one of my movie theater gift cards to go see it. Oh, hell no.
There's no excuse.
I'm saying
It stinks.
Yep.
I'm saving one of them to go see the re-release Transformers of the movie.
There's no excuses for any of this stuff, and I understand there's other streamers out there who are like, "Oh, Supergirl's not that important," but they're still pretty important. And you can take even these characters that you just follow the dang source material. I don't understand what this is.
That's all you have to do. There's an established roadmap, whether you want to take the new 52 or the original stories, any story that provided the roadmap. All you got to do is follow it. Don't add your own personal beliefs or, political opinion or anything else. Go by the stories and weave them together where they're a cohesive story.
Well, see, Cash, you hit the nail on the head right there. What does it matter about Supergirl, blah, blah, blah? These are the people who don't know a single bloody thing about comic books or even have a love about comic books.
Yeah, I mean,
if you knew about comic books, you would not even open your mouth like that.
Yeah,
I just stupid shell out there.
Yeah,
and the only comics that you open up are the little cheap BS ones. You haven't gone in there. It's like, ew, I don't want to read those comics because they have commercials and the paper is and the color isn't as vibrant. Blah blah blah. Yeah, but it's the stories that are freaking good, and the art.
That's right. Like the reason that there were so many different characters, different villains, because they meant something to the people who wrote these characters or drew these characters. People even who are still around today, like Chuck Dixon, and he's going to be getting that Nightfall trilogy, right? Yeah, Nightfall trilogy, and that's some of his work. There's people out there who. There's still some people out there in the industry. You're like, oh shit, like they can. I don't know. It's really fascinating to see that you say you care so much about this, and then you go in this direction. It's like, why? All this stuff is already built up. So I get it. You want people out there. There was a video I was watching with Spock the other day, and I agree with him. He's like, the person said, oh, Supergirl's not that important. I'm like, I think she's pretty important. But maybe he hasn't read the comics and he thinks that, okay, fine, I get that. But no, these characters can be more important than they were. Or I mean, they're usually more important because they were written in these comic books. So you could bring these characters to life. You could also do a Constantine Zatanna situation because of the love story that they had.
You could, but look at what Godzilla says here. He says Marvel and DC have decades of material to adapt. But let's adapt stories from Mark Waid and Tom King from the last few years where sales have been lower than ever. From failed comic book series. We see it happen with Captain Marvel. With a failed comic book series. I mean, the last movie, the Marvels, didn't do that well. I didn't think Captain Marvel was all that great. And I got nothing against a female-led superhero movie.
It's just, that's the whole thing. And if you see Captain Marvel and you haven't looked at the comics and you're like, okay, this movie seems pretty good. And then you find out the source material of it used to be Captain Marvel, and you go through this and you're like, oh, so they just did this gender swap, and you're like, oh wow. And then but it happened in the comics, of course. So it's really crazy. And then it's everything, guys. I'm telling you, even looking at Miss Marvel, you're like, why would this woman, you said, let's try this series on Disney Plus. Why would this woman honor Captain Marvel? Because she's called Miss Marvel. Yet in that game that failed from Square Enix, and I can't remember what they were the publisher. I can't remember who did maybe it was Crystal Dynamics. I can't remember exactly, but they made her where she's like, I'm a fangirl, but I care about the Avengers. I'm like, okay, see, that's more interesting. Not just what you guys did with Miss Marvel before. And so it's all this built up character. It's the same with it was so crazy to find out, oh well, Miles Morales was based on Obama because we had the first black president, fine, whatever. But it's like you realize Obama and Miles Morales are two different characters. Like it's so crazy.
Well, one's an actual person, the other the character.
Yep, exactly.
Right.
But I mean, like, their personalities are different. So it's really just, and then they have something going like, oh, Miles looks up to Peter. And then in the second movie, they changed stuff. And it's like, well, now Miles isn't looking up to Peter anymore. Like, that mentor thing was cool. So they just take this stuff away, continue to take it away when it's already starting to get built up to something cool. But
And I do want to take the time to say good evening to the Guardian of the Void, the Keeper of the Dragons, Lady Mist. Good to see you, Lady Mist.
Hi, Lady Mist.
She also says hello to you, Baron, and she also says hello to Cash Money.
yes, hello.
Cash Monet. 7.
But yeah, I mean, it's everything, like Bond, everything that's happened, even the last Bond movie. It's just like they change things, and it's like, why would Bond be like this?
Bond wouldn't be like that. I mean, I haven't even seen the last Bond movie, but everything I've heard about it makes me go, I don't want to see it. I did see Dial of Destiny. The first 15 to 20 minutes I liked. After that, it's like, no.
I also didn't like what happened to Felix. I'm like, why would you do Felix like that? And so it's the same thing with the Joel character in The Last of Us. And the reason that people care about these characters, and they're going to continue to care about these, because people don't like when they like a character and they go, okay, this doesn't make sense for the character. And then the studio, but it does, because no, it doesn't. And so you have to keep arguing with the people over and over again about this. No, it doesn't make sense. Why would he do this? Why would this happen? Why would Ellie pretend that she now thinks she's a father? Like, all it is some stupid agenda that doesn't need to happen, because these characters were more interesting before. And so here we go again. Less interesting.
Well,
the
same bland story type, the same bland characters.
And as you were saying about the outfits, why does that matter? Well,
it
the
does.
Outfits people, the outfits people wear is almost kind of a uniform. I mean, you imagine Indiana Jones without his other coat and fedora?
Exactly. Right.
Entire movie, he's not wearing it.
Right.
He's got a sports jacket and a baseball cap.
That's right.
You like they were talking about the last season for Tom Baker, Doctor Who, when John Nathan Turner took over. He wanted to change the look, and basically he was saying, nope, we're going to take the scarf away from the Doctor. And it's like, you don't take the scarf away from Tom Baker.
I like this.
And and there was the fight, and Tom Baker did win. It was muted colors, but he still had the scarf. And it's like, no, you can't take the scarf away from Tom Baker. You can't take the celery off of Peter Davison that he always was wearing. I mean, there's certain things, and certain, of course, him wearing the cricketer's outfit. These things are uniforms for our characters. Yeah, I mean, they switch things out now and then. Sometimes Indy's in a 3-piece suit or a tuxedo. Because, well, that's what the moment calls for. But when it comes overall, when they get the business, this is how they are. This is what we expect. I think that's why some people get a little disappointed when they see some of the costume changes they make to our superheroes when they go out there.
They do,
I was-
man. It
Yeah,
was
I
the
mean, I
same
was-
thing with Faye. It's like, oh, she can't wear this because it's too sexualized or some bullshit. That's her costume.
Yeah,
What the
Danielle
hell,
Pineda,
man?
when
Yes.
they had the live action.
Give me a break, man. What is so?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
I mean-
When Faye's known for the outfit, and it really, like I've said before, what you see Faye wearing is no different than what you see women wrestlers wearing.
Right. It doesn't matter. It's the costumes on the men or the women. Like these are.
Right.
If these are popular shows, it doesn't matter. I know there's some people who don't like the jazz and stuff and Cowboy Bebop. Fine, I understand that. Okay, it's not everybody's cup of tea. I think it works well, but whatever.
I think it suits the series.
I think
And
it really,
I say that
think
because I like
I think it's
jazz.
great.
yeah, me too.
Yeah, it just
But-
but you can't make these characters lesbian or trans and stuff because that's not how they were. But they're so like, let's not. And even if they make a new character, and I'm gonna harp on this forever because it's like everything has to be less. They make a black character, it becomes a stereotype, and you can even ask other black people, and they're like, "What the fuck is this?" And so.
Mhm.
And I know everybody gets offended by everything nowadays still, but it doesn't matter
I'm
because
offended.
that's right. It doesn't. None of this matters because you're just making these characters less. And you know what? If you have access, I know probably this is taboo or whatever, but you got access to AI or whatever, and you see the way that they make these characters, and they do it on purpose. Their face and all that. All of that makes these characters less. So go ahead and use AI. Make these characters more. Make them look more like women. Make them look more like men. Whatever it needs to do, and it will bring more of that personality out. So I don't
Actually,
know.
give
Yeah.
the characters a personality.
That's right. Exactly.
Personality, what a personality. No, but yeah, this is nothing new too. I mean,
That's
there's
right.
been disrespectful of properties, even in the
Yes,
80s. Howard
yes.
the Duck, right there. George Lucas's big boom
Right.
with Howard the Duck. I mean, because it was nothing like Howard the Duck. They
Mhm.
turned this edgy comic, and it was a very edgy comic, hitting a lot of satire, wasn't necessarily polite about it, to this goofy, aw shucks Donald Duck. And of course, need we say the first Judge Dredd movie, with Sylvester Stallone. You don't take
Come
the-
on, Baron. How could
off.
you-
Good,
how could
you
you
got
not-
the helmet. I know. And
How
so-
could you not like the first Judge Dredd with Sylvester Stallone?
mean-
Come on.
I liked it all the way up to the point that he took the helmet off. The moment he took the helmet off, I was done.
you know,
But it was
and-
the law.
Good.
And if you care about these characters, the Flash and stuff, you can make movies about this, but you need to follow the dang formula. It doesn't. If you watch any of the Flash movie, compare that to the animated films. Compare that to when he was in the Justice League, and see how different it is. And like, this doesn't feel like the Flash. Not just the crappy CGI and other stuff. It's just the character just doesn't feel like it yet. When you watch the CW show, you're like, okay, I could see this guy as the Flash, and this feels he's got that swagger about him. He's got that cockiness because obviously, I think all the different Flashes are cocky. I might be wrong about that. I might have to look into that. But
Not necessarily all cocky, but
maybe not that cocky, but yeah.
I mean, if you
And I
go
like
back,
that guy in there. The Codswallop.
DJ Ronnie G and his turtles.
and his turtles, nerd.
DJ Ronnie G, who celebrated his birthday on Wednesday. Happy
Oh,
birthday to you,
happy
brother.
birthday, you
Yeah.
turtle bastard, you.
Wow.
I know.
But I mean, you think about it. Look at how Patrick Warburton did the Tick.
Right.
Did a great
Exactly.
job.
Yes.
And you compare it to the animated show. I mean, yeah, for copyright reasons, some characters were changed, to protect the
Sure.
innocent.
You can
But
change
still-
little things, especially live action.
Yeah.
Right. That's why
Right.
I love Coulson. He was a great character. He wasn't some one-dimensional character. He was great. He had a
Mhm.
personality. he did what needed to be done.
Right.
It's just as a leader, as a team, that's what keep going for me. What it kept me going when I watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., because the first season was like trying to find its footing until it got to Winter Soldier, and then it really started finding its footing. So that was great. Sometimes it takes movies to even make a TV show better because it can connect. Wow, what a concept.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but the problem is that you have writers, producers, actors, studio heads in Hollywood who don't know how to find a brain.
No,
because they don't have a brain to begin with.
Right. They want to do all this activist stuff and, we have to change this, or this is not appropriate. Dude, you're not supposed to look at that. It doesn't matter what it is, from Tooniversity, all this stuff. They've changed Animaniacs a little bit. And so all this kind of stuff, that you can bring this stuff back or you can continue it, but it still needs to feel like the same. Oh, but it can't. As some other YouTubers will say, this is a different time. I don't want to hear that.
No.
The whole point of this stuff was entertaining, and it actually taught you things too. Animaniacs taught you about history before. They took that away. Why?
And it taught you about history. It taught you geography. And
yeah. I mean, what's the purpose of having the word timeless?
Exactly.
You go out with the attitude, no, it's a different time now. No, timeless is timeless. Our superheroes are timeless. Yeah, the world might change, technology, stuff like that, but at the core being of our characters, our heroes and heroines, it remains the same. They're timeless.
Yes.
Just like if you have proper Star Trek or proper many other properties that we had until they sat back and decided to destroy that timeless. The original trilogy of Star Wars, timeless.
Yeah, I mean, Batman and Superman, two characters who have been around for almost 100 years. They are timeless.
Yes.
In any iteration of those characters, they are still timeless. Whether it's the original Action Comics or all the way up until everything started turning, anti-American.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Superman has always been, truth, justice, the American way. This coming from sons of immigrants who appreciated this land, who loved this land. Two Jewish children of immigrants escaping, because, it wasn't just the Reich that was causing problems for Jews. The Soviet Union and Russia was causing problems. Hence, one of the bases of the movie Fiddler on the Roof and other places. But here, they didn't have that fear. It's truth, justice, the American way. They accept us. And they were very proud to have Superman. Don't kid yourself when you have, the red and the blue. It's like, this is the all-American superhero. Batman was the detective. Detective Comics is where he came out of.
He was. And if you're going to make a new character, learn from all these other characters and then just build a new character that way. Have him have the swagger. Have him have the banter with people. Have him have this. And if you want to make a character that starts saying inappropriate things to a female character, have the female character say, shut up. What are you talking about? See, this is stuff we've had for all these years. Ask yourself why people still like Robin Hood. Ask yourself why people still like these characters. Why Disney took and made a Fox, and it still felt like Robin Hood. See, it doesn't... This is the whole thing. You don't want to make this stuff less. And people are like... And the people that are
that's what's happening in Hollywood right now. Cash is
good.
They want us to accept less.
That's right. They want us to accept less, and yet we've had more over the years of these characters. That's why they're so memorable. Like Kyle Katarn. Ask a lot of people. Sure, there's some people that may not like him. They may not like his attitude about the character. Whatever. Okay, fine. They may also be upset about the fact that what happened to Iron Man instead of Captain America, because he's the leader in the Avengers in the comics. So I get all that. I can understand that if you sit there and actually listen to each other, like people should, obviously. But and actually come up with good points about this stuff, you can continue to build more and more of this stuff. But it's like, let's give them less, but they can pay more. Let's give them less, they can pay more. It's crazy. I mean, I can even say like the new Trigun Stampede. They show pretty much a lot of the story in the first episode. I'm like, do I want to continue to watch this? Where is the mystery? Vash had mystery. It's like this stuff has to continue to be built up. It's just so crazy to me. You can make a great Supergirl film. You can make a great Green Lantern film. You can make all this
great,
stuff
yes,
great.
but you have to put effort into it.
That's right. And you've got to follow a lot of the source material, what this character is. Oh, go back even if you don't want to read the comics, go look at a lot of the Justice League stuff. Go look at a lot of the Marvel stuff, even some of the more recent TV shows. Look at stuff like Teen Titans. Yes, I'm sure, Jace.
Yeah, yes, it's all lame and gay, right, Jace?
Put a chicken in. Well, see, the thing about being a storyteller is this. You want to string people along. You want to sucker them into seeing the next one. And how do you do that? Well, one, having a good story, but also you don't play all your cards in one shot. So it's like you got to put these little tidbits down. In some ways, you're still developing the character as the story goes along. And it's like, well, what can we do to change, that will, be believable for this character and such? We have a rough idea, but, how's it going to go? And many writers have sat back and said their character did something that shocked them. It's like, wait a moment, aren't you writing this character? Yeah, but as I'm going, it's like, boom, this character screamed out to me this. And that's what it should be also for those that they're writing for.
Well, when it comes to Supergirl, I'll tell you guys exactly how I would have gone to see the movie. If Supergirl came in and she wasn't such a insufferable bitch,
yeah, right.
But by coming in and asking Clark where her dog is, instead coming in and saying, Clark, oh, there you are.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I'm back. I'm here to pick up Crypto. Give her, an introduction that makes people go, okay, she's going to be in the movie next year. I want to go see that.
Yeah, and then you could have had
the atrocious press conference.
Right, but they don't see like more that they could add. It's to be like, well, wait a second, isn't this my dog, not yours? And Supergirl said, "Oops, I made a mistake. Sorry, it's been a long day or something." But they can't do that.
No, they won't.
You're right, though, Godzilla. In there, that would be.
Yeah. We were talking about it backstage.
Yeah, no, I mean, she's the housemaid.
She would be the perfect Power Girl.
Perfect.
She would work, But even the creator, he's become an activist. Like they don't have. I don't know. It's all this stuff. All this stuff can work. But also it's like, take a break too. All right, we're gonna make this in a few years, great, but it's like everything that we have seen, I've seen it with Shepard too. It's like, why are you disrespecting these characters? If he's going to die in this situation, fine, but you're disrespecting him. And the joke is that Joker got all the women and stuff, the other character, Mass Effect, but it's just I'll get to Mass Effect 2 at some point, don't worry. But like Shepard was a great character, but once again, it's the personality that was going on, the people that were building stuff in BioWare. That's why it didn't matter if you had a gay character or on Knights of the Old Republic. They were so much more than that. And so
why, I was going to say, why should that be the main focus?
Exactly.
Why should a character's sexual orientation take away from the main story? And what I mean by taken away is when it becomes the main focus of the story, you lose your story.
That's right. It just is not that interesting because they are free to write stuff like saying, oh, you're trans, but we're on the battlefield. I don't give a shit. Or we're going to die together, or maybe we can survive. So what do you want to do? And so they're afraid to write this stuff now. They shouldn't be. They should be able to say, I don't give a shit. And so it'd just be like if a straight person said, well, I'm straight. Mm-hmm. So I don't care. We're in a battlefield situation, so it's crazy to me. And other people will argue with you all day about it. Oh, Trek needs to be like this. I didn't like this captain. I don't like Kirk. There's somebody that Spock and I know.
There's a captain for everybody if you're watching anything from the Roddenberry and Berman era. You can find a captain for you.
That's right.
Right.
And Godzilla says, to Mike's point, the Supergirl intro should have been, thanks for taking care of my dog, and Superman being your dog, and Crypto coming to him first. Right. Yeah, that would have been something a little playful, because Crypto had been around Clark.
Right.
And
right.
Yeah.
You know, and so, right. And that's just why people are upset. Like, why are we changing the way the Scooby-Doo dog looks? You know, like, and so people are like, why does it matter? It matters because it's details. That's why it matters.
Mm-hmm. It matters because these characters have been established as a certain species of dog. In this case, for Scooby-Doo, they've been established with certain personality traits.
Well, I mean, even Crypto. I mean, that's not the breed Crypto was.
It's not.
But it's the breed that
James Gunn's dog is.
Yeah. So it's like, I want my doggy in there. I'm going to fanfic my doggy. Yay!
And when you read the different reviews or watch different reviews on Crypto, even in this movie, Crypto's an asshole. I mean,
yeah.
But getting to the other movies on our list here for the weekend box office, Obsession, a movie made with a budget between $750,000 to $1 million.
Yeah.
Made $9.8 million this weekend. That would be a success in itself if this was its opening weekend. But look at its domestic gross. $233 million. $903,085.
Supergirl, you got your ass handed to you by...
Well, Obsession's going to end up leaving the box office with a lot more money than Supergirl.
Right, and yeah, I mean, percentile-wise, and possibly even real money. So, I mean,
right, and and I'm sure those movies don't have some stupid agenda. They know exactly what they wanted to do with them. So,
yeah, $500 in a case of beer,
right?
But still, give them kudos. And if there's a sequel, don't stray away from what made the first one.
Do a Megan
2.0, a sequel.
Do it. Oh, we got a bigger budget. We can go crazier. No.
Well,
She's not supposed to be turning into a misremembered character, good guy bullshit. No. It's garbage.
Respect the privacy.
Hello, Dred.
Well, I mean, you take a look at Dark Star, James Cameron's, really first film, which started out as a student film, and literally $500 in a case of beer, and that was enough to really get eyes on him. Or
right.
Not James Cameron. Sorry, I didn't mean James Cameron. I meant Escape from New York.
John Carpenter?
John Carpenter, thank you. Yeah, that helped launch him into his career. And it was all over this, small, cheaply made, cheaply looking film. And boom.
I'll just double check myself to make sure I'm thinking of the right person.
Yeah, John Carpenter. You're right. I was wrong after I realized because, JC's. It was JC, John Carpenter, James Cameron,
It's all good, dude.
Mm-hmm. No, it's not. I need to be better for you guys.
It's all right.
Respect my
Yeah, it is John Carpenter.
Yeah. But, just off of that, what launched him? I mean, these small films made for little or nothing. I mean, Jiminy Crickets. I don't even know what the percentile that is on return on investment. I really don't. Math is not my thing. Math is hard.
I mean, even like
Math has never been my thing, Baron.
No.
Even
And
the
knowing which director and producer is who is also a hard thing.
the second, I mean, they had something with Doctor Strange in the first movie, and then the second one just started falling apart, and it had to connect into this whole WandaVerse thing. It was cool to see. Oh, Scarlet Witch. All right, Scarlet Witch, great. But it's just witch, yeah.
You started with a witch.
I know she's a witch.
I didn't even watch Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
That for free. It was bad. It was a mess.
It
was a mess. But the first Doctor Strange movie was very good, and so they just
it was good.
Yeah, it was very good.
And you're kind of wrong on one thing there, Fez, my friend. We don't have the Twin Towers. The scene with the glider landing on the Twin Towers in New York. I mean, oh my word. That's why we needed to rebuild them exactly how they were. It's just so Kurt Russell has a place to land.
But continuing on with the weekend box office, does anybody really care about Jackass anymore? It certainly doesn't look like it.
I don't know.
25 years ago, we would have cared about it, but
I don't know. I was disappointed to see Johnny Knoxville doing some pandering recently. Ugh.
But now I know why Johnny Knoxville was at the one Banana Ball game.
Yeah, he was. He was promoting the movie, I think, too.
Yeah, and he was
with Steve-O was there too, right? Steve-O was there.
Was there too, and he took the bat, if I remember right. I didn't see that game, but yeah.
But yeah.
Wow.
8.4 million domestically, international audiences really didn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how much the budget was for that. I'm sure it wasn't much, though. But
yeah. It better.
And last weekend's number 2 movie.
Number 5.
And it opened in its first week with 44 million, but it's dropped steadily, just like a lot of movies we've seen over the past couple of years. Disclosure Day. Only 8.1 million.
I can say Disclosure Day, the aliens do look cool, but that movie is just it's a mess. It just that build up is just not there. It's like, this is an alien movie. Let's have the build up. I want to feel some kind of frightened or something. I'm like, nah, I'm not feeling this. A lot of
the old Spielberg magic that was there in the 80s and 90s and even the late 70s isn't there anymore.
And however you feel about it, and even an alien movie, I understand people testing their faith, but I was like, I don't like where this is going. I'm not feeling this. This is
Minneapolis.
Some stupid agenda. I didn't like this. This movie, I'll tell you, as an alien film, was definitely not as even as interesting as E.T. E.T. was a way better movie.
Well, yeah, you had more of a build up and the tension with that. You know, what is this thing out there? You know?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
I would have liked it if you would have eaten Elliot, though.
You didn't like Elliot?
E.T. probe Elliot. Wait, what happened to Mike? We lost Mike.
Uh-oh.
For a minute there, I thought I got kicked out, but yeah.
Yeah, Spielberg can still do stuff. It's just this Disclosure Day was not. I don't know. It just didn't have that build up, and it's like, this is weird. They had this thing with like the phone, and then it went on for a little while, and it wasn't like it wasn't like the cast was bad or anything, but it just I don't know. It just wasn't. I wanted that fear because these are aliens. Things are going bad, but no, it was just like, and I don't know, you guys. I better not spoil the movie exactly, but
I don't care if you spoil it here. Let me just
say it this way: if you like the little fairy,
let me just bring up the spoiler warning for anyone who does care.
If you like the little fairy all the time in Zelda who says "listen," I'll tell you at the end of the movie, that's the last word that's said is "listen," and then black screen. Yeah. And you'll see why if you watch the movie, but it was, my brother's like, oh, let's go watch this. I said, all right, let's try it. And I tried to be, I had to actually get up at one point and do some stretching in the aisle. It felt like
I would have
that
just
movie.
left.
That's right. I had to do some stretching because that movie just didn't. I didn't.
It dragged.
Yeah,
That's what it sounds like.
It just didn't pop for me, and my brother felt the same way. I'm like, I don't know where they're going with this. That's right. I just vanished. I just vanished in the theater.
I'm gonna go and check the get some popcorn or something.
I'm just gonna go vanish. But
I'm
just
gonna
glad
go out and get a pack of cigarettes.
I'm just glad I had food beforehand because I'm like, I don't want to spend any more money today. So.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah, but no, it could have been better. But it's like, oh, you'll be testing your faith. I'm like, no, Spielberg, that was stupid of you to say. So.
Well, yeah, testing your faith in the quality of movies.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Testing your faith in Steven Spielberg. Hey, Steven, you ain't got it no more.
Well, it's just think about something else, man. I mean, there were parts of this movie that weren't terrible. There's like, okay, this is actually kind of interesting. The aliens, what happened, how they got these two kids to basically give the message out, and at this time period, because I guess the aliens felt this was their time to finally show themselves. And of course, one of the
why? Because two kids showing up. Jeez.
Right. They had two kids, and they had like this Disney thing because they wanted to make this is so crazy. They wanted to make the kids feel more comfortable, so they gave them this kind of Hansel and Gretel kind of setting. So then they could do experiments.
Wait. So the kids were the ones looking for the Reese's Pieces.
That's right. And so it's like they went into this closet. I'm like, what is this? Lion the Witch in the wardrobe. But really, it kind of had obviously that Disney feel to it sometimes. And it was like, why is this here?
I don't know. It's starting to sound like Epstein feels here.
Right?
Yeah. But it's good to see Tim. Tim, how you doing on this Sunday?
Hello, Tim.
Hey, Tim.
So it wasn't a great alien movie at all. It wasn't even close to a great alien movie.
Well, of course not. You don't have the xenomorph.
That's right.
Everybody knows that a great alien movie involves a xenomorph most of the time. Okay, maybe for two movies it involves a xenomorph most of the time. You can forget about the other ones.
This movie just was as interesting as like Independence Day. Like that was it just wasn't, because there was some good substance in Independence Day. And this one, maybe some people maybe Spock will like it, maybe some other people will like it, I don't know, but it was all over the place, and I don't know. I can understand people testing their faith, but the way they did it, it was just, some things were interesting, like he grabs the alien stone and he can actually go to other places while he's sitting in the chair in another room. That was pretty interesting, but I don't know. They could have done better with this movie, but the biggest problem was it didn't have build-up like War of the Worlds or Close Encounter of the Third Kind. It just didn't have that
Close
build-up.
Encounters is a good movie.
Oh, it's a really good film, but it didn't have that build-up. Even E.T. had build-up, and this is an alien movie. Even freaking the X-Files film had a build-up. So it was disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, you go back to 1987. There was a film with Kyle MacLachlan, Claudia Christian, and even Danny Trejo. Trejo. It was called The Hidden.
Yeah, got it.
It was called The Hidden.
Okay.
And what a great film! If you can find it, watch it. And don't tell me after watching that Kyle MacLachlan would not have made a great Data if they didn't get Brent Spiner.
Yeah,
it was such a good movie.
Yeah, he's a good actor, not just Data, but he's actually a good actor. He had a good role in Independence Day.
Well, I'm talking about Kyle MacLachlan here.
But
pay attention to the conversation, Cash. Come on.
I'm just saying
Kyle
that
MacLachlan's even a better actor, but yeah.
Well, I was just going to sit back and say, you watch the movie The Hidden, and you go, Kyle MacLachlan would have made a great Data.
I see that. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah, and so if you can find the movie The Hidden, I'm trying to remember another one. It involved with basically like a mummy curse, where a mummy comes to life, and whenever he touches someone, somebody, they get like this mummy rot, and they start having problems. And spoiler alert, I wish I remembered the name of the movie. I think it went under a couple of different names, but again, it was one of your '80s lower budget films. But the mummy is really an alien. He's trying to get home after being in the suspended animation for however long, and he needed these gems or whatever so he could make the device and get him home. And most of the time, when he's touching someone, it's like when he's trying to grab the gem, because people are either wearing them or whatever, and they just happen to touch. He's not intending to harm anybody, but he does. And again, there you go. What a great concept right there for, that you could have had. Again, it has that build-up tension. What's going on?
Yes.
So on and so forth. But Spielberg, Spielberg is the machine. I mean, he was part of the Let's Go Against the Machine crowd. And now he's gotten so full of himself. I mean, that, it's like, Spielberg doesn't the name Spielberg doesn't have the magic no more.
He doesn't. He just needs to find more of to probably come up with something else. It's just like this movie had some stuff to it that you went, okay, this is pretty interesting. But then a lot of the other stuff, it's like, no, but the build-up's not here. And that's a big problem with this movie, especially talking about aliens. We need that build-up. And so if Spielberg does something else, there might be something else out there that he does that I might actually enjoy. But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there was even a Hangar 18 movie that was done back in 1980, and let's take a look here. Basically, had Darren McGavin in it. It had Robert Vaughn, had Gary Collins, all these people, and it was a pretty darn good movie. But of course, it wasn't necessarily a big thing, a big movie or whatever. But you have that. Then there was another one that was done later. I think it had Matt LeBlanc, I think his name is.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
Yeah, I think he just passed away too.
Yeah.
No, not that. No,
you're thinking Matt LeBlanc is the the guy from Friends.
Yeah.
You're thinking of someone else.
Yeah, I am. I think he was actually in American Graffiti. Paul LeMatt, I believe, was in it.
Okay.
80 years young still. And just trying to see if I can. It was under a couple different names as well, and I don't see it there. Maybe I was thinking of the wrong person, but there's a few of these la somethings out there with like Matt and stuff, or Paul and whatever. It doesn't matter. But again, it was low budget, but it kept you on the seat.
Yep.
It was on the KTMA. Okay. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that being on Channel 23.
You can't.
I even told you what channel it was.
I mean, I would love some. I mean, that Babylon 5 movie was good. It was. I know you guys liked it even more than I did, but it's a good time travel film. They can do this stuff. It's just.
It was a good way of paying respect to the actors who are no longer with us.
I agree, though. I think that's a fair way to put it. Yes.
Right.
Definitely. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, they can do this stuff, but it's just like, what, all the different opinions about Masters of the Universe. I mean, it just goes on and on. It's like, guys, really, look, you got the 1980s, you got the original stuff, you got the comics that came with the toys, you got the
DC comics,
series.
You got the 2002 series.
On, dude. How could you not just, like, even an animated movie? I mean, go back and even watch He-Man and She-Ra, all this stuff. Like, dude, are you kidding me? Like, there's so much to go on. You guys could have made a Masters of the Universe, and you could have proven to a lot of the old school fans that, hey, this movie's going to kick fucking ass. We're not going to put any of this this kind of, I don't know, like more of an agenda. I don't know if exactly woke. I don't know. Would you call any of Masters of the Universe woke, Mike? Probably not.
Yeah, well, again, when I did my review, Cash, I did say there were some woke elements, in my opinion.
Yeah, you felt there were. So it's just, once again, you could have just had the eternity. You could have had the awesome battles. You could have, and taking something from like the original live action and just make it 1,000 times better with the technology and everything, and make so many people happy. Everyone won't be, but you would have made a lot of people happy because you cared so much about the source material. And I think Masters of the Universe could have been a massive hit.
Mm-hmm.
Other people, I'm sure, will disagree with that. But if Travis Knight says he's a super fan, then prove you're a super fan. That's it.
Well, that's what a lot of these Hollywood people are saying when they're writing and directing movies based on already established films or properties. Oh, I've always been a super fan of Transformers. I've always been a super fan of Masters of the Universe. You know, the list goes on. I mean, we still don't know when Henry Cavill's Voltron's going to be coming out.
No, we don't know.
We know it's not going to be coming out in theaters.
We don't know about
They've already said that.
Really, I know. We don't know. And even the fact that he cares, there may be too many people over his head to say, we're going to have to do it this way, and that's going to be bad, because you can't. Man, if you start fucking up Warhammer again, I mean, Games Workshop has certainly been fucking up their own shit, Baron.
Yeah, I know.
Jeez.
For the Emperor.
I mean, this is not a happy story, and it's not supposed to be. It's about
It's
war.
not supposed to be rainbow and
right. No,
candy clouds and
that's
unicorns.
right. No,
It's supposed to be a hellscape.
You don't make jokes about woke stuff or any of this shit. No way, man. This is a horrible area, and people are. Go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, with Warhammer, I mean, it's basically the men's action type of story, you know, like they used to have like the Matt Helms and stuff like that back in the day, the Executioner, so on and so forth. But a lot grimmer and a lot darker, and don't get used to a character because they might not be in there.
Right.
Unless their name is Titus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I mean, when you're dealing with it with stories where the main character is going to be the one that goes at the end, I mean, when you pick up a book and it says the Book of Martyrs, and it has 3 novellas in there, you know right off the bat that each one of the Sisters of Battle that you get introduced to is going to be smeared at the end. And it's just like, okay, now how is it going to be? How are they going to meet their end?
Mm-hmm.
And whatnot, and that's the type. Is not optimistic. It's not there to build up. It's just, it's basically, going out there and destroying things and killing things. Alien. Exactly.
Yes.
And doing it for the Emperor. I mean, why do you don't want to change that?
No.
At all.
Nope.
And, the back rooms. $10 million budget. It made $4.3 million this weekend. It's been out for 5 weeks already. It's already made $184 million domestically alone.
It's a win.
$145 million internationally. $330 million worldwide total. It's a success.
We need a return of Jack Death.
I'm sorry to sound ignorant, but who is that?
Right.
Transers, man.
Oh, you had to say it was Transers, and I would have known.
Oh, Transers.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying specifically the character Jack Death. I mean, one of the coolest out there, man.
But Backrooms is a success. Obsession is a success. Why? Apparently their story is captivating enough where it brings audiences in, but also their budgets are ballooned to a ridiculous proportion. and it allows the movie to be a profit. And, Supergirl, getting back to that was made for 175 million to 80 million. So similar to Masters of the Universe, which was made for a reported 175 million to 200 million. This doesn't include marketing. So Hollywood, you know what we want? We want good stories that get our butts in the seats, likable characters, and a movie after we are all said and done watching the film that we can go out and say to our friends, whether in person or on social media, in a phone call, you've got to go see this.
Yes.
Right.
Make us want to spend our hard-earned money at the movie theater.
Yeah.
And not wait for streaming.
Yeah.
And
it's hard to be a consumer when you don't have something to consume.
Mm-hmm. And scary movie. I think, especially with this drop off 4 weeks later, people who wanted to see it went and saw it. Mm-hmm. Because it made $3 million this weekend. It already has a domestic total of $103 million. I'll look up its budget again. I know we had looked it up at one point, but I'll look it up again just so I can get the exact figure of its production budget, not including marketing, of course. But it's made $215 million worldwide.
Okay. But a lot of people, even for that movie, didn't say, oh, you got to go see this. You got to go see this. No, you don't hear that buzz from people. So I don't think they were that impressed by it. But I think the people that saw it thought it was funny. There's other people who thought that there were woke elements. People thought that it was safe. And like I said, you just should always go see this stuff for yourself. None of our channels, and especially this one, we're not going to be like, we're going to watch this so you don't have to. We're not going to say those things. Go watch it for yourself.
I don't like saying
you're really that interested in it.
If I'm interested in seeing a movie, that's why I go see it. If I'm not interested in seeing a movie, I will not go see it.
But Mike did start feeling that as he was watching the Masters of the Universe. He didn't say it, but he started feeling it.
No, I have. You know what it was, Baron? Part of me was pessimistic about the movie as I could ever be. But the other part of me, the optimistic part of me, was saying, well, maybe it's not going to be as bad. It's going to be just based on the trailers and some of the clips I've already seen alone. And you heard what I said that Thursday night.
Yeah.
And I'm not changing my story. But Scary Movie, at least this year's Scary Movie, was only made for $30 million. So you could call it a success.
Yeah.
You could. Let me get the weekend box office.
I'm sure, it was actually a success.
Where did it go?
I accidentally took it away. That's where it went.
Yeah, I haven't seen Hangar 18 and I don't know how long. In fact, I don't think I even saw the MST3K version. But that was only shown locally. Copyrights kept it from going elsewhere.
I disagree. As someone who grew up with the property, I'm one of the OGs there. Jace, 5 years old when the Filmation cartoon series came out. Only a wee lad of 3 years old when the figures came out. And I do disagree. Masters of the Universe was not as good as it could have been.
It stinks.
And Jay says Scary Movie was shit. Well, I heard other people say it gave them the laughs they needed.
Hated it.
Most peeps walked out where Jace lives, and you're going to have that. But see, I'm not going to attack Jace for liking Masters of the Universe because everybody has their own opinion. Everybody has their own taste. I'm looking at it from the perspective of a fan who's been with the property and that's been around for 45 years since I was 3 years old.
Jace, you suck. How could you possibly go 6 out of 10 on that? Come on, man. What's wrong with you? See, like I said, I wasn't afraid to do that to him. But I have nothing to say.
I mean, that was my rating for the film, 6 out of 10, and I wasn't, blown away by it. I mean, I'll admit I liked Alison Brie as Evil Lynn, but I mean, come on, Alison Brie's a good-looking woman.
Hamana.
And okay, I've always liked Evil Lynn, all right?
Who doesn't, man?
Nothing wrong with that.
And Jay says he's not into the whole universe of He-Man.
Yeah.
I looked at the movie and not the IP. That's fine. Then that's how some people did go into the movie, Jace, not being familiar with the entire IP. And I think it would have been fine if it wasn't using the name Masters of the Universe.
Right.
Well, that is a problem that Hollywood has had too. Is where they're trying to get, they come up with a movie, they're trying to get it done, the studios balk, and then all of a sudden they go, hey, we got the copyrights or whatever for this property. Why don't we put it together and make a movie off of that? And that's how we got Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
Basically, someone came up with a bug hunt movie, and they go, hey, we got the rights to this Robert Heinlein guy, whoever the hell he is, but he had this thing about Starship Troopers, and they had bugs in there too. Run with it!
The second hour is great. The first hour is a giant soap opera nonsense. But
yeah, but none of it's Heinlein.
I know.
Nope. And I really hope that the new Starship Troopers that we had read a couple years ago that they were working on that was going to be based more on the book is actually better.
Yeah, I would hope so. We still can't get the Resident Evil movies that we deserve. They finally we're going to follow more of this. No, then they race swap this and this. It's just stupid stuff. And stop it, okay?
Yeah.
You want to give people a proper movie, then do something like the first Silent Hill movie, because everything after that is not worth watching.
I hate to tell you this, but their plans are for the Starship Trooper movie. There is going to be a big race swap. Instead of bugs, it's going to be chickens.
Right.
I could go further with that joke, but I'm going to refrain from doing so.
I want to be a rotten egg, huh? Fine, be that way.
Yes. And Bleach, 1,000-Year Blood War, The Calamity. I've only seen one episode of Bleach. I couldn't get into it.
I haven't gotten into it. Vor likes it a lot.
Basically,
I don't know who any of those people are.
Yeah, there.
That's fine. Stay tuned for the Odyssey release. Yeah, no, I'll just see Lucky Strike and Young Washington. Yeah, I'm going to go see Young Washington next Monday.
Yeah, Young Washington has a lot of potential to be quite good.
Yeah, but it's got a lot of competition.
Oh, I know.
Hey, it's going to be that cherry chopping scene that's going to make it, though.
Yeah.
USA!
Let's get back to this. Yeah, it hasn't been released internationally yet, but it only made $300 million. It's not like Demon Slayer and...
No, it hasn't been released internationally yet. It might change. I'm sure the budget obviously is not that bad, and it'll probably make more money, I would think. I think Bleach is still quite popular. So.
And Masters of the Universe, it lost the power the moment it ran out of the gate.
I've never seen a sword go that limp so fast in my life.
Heyo.
Oh, yes, sir.
It's like an erection. It's like an erection at Rosie O'Donnell's house. Hey-o!
Oh, let's see. Jay says, guess what? I got my hands on something good stuff. Guess.
I'm not guessing. No way.
No. Cash, don't answer. Cash, don't take a guess.
No.
How about new?
No, Jace, just no.
No.
Absolutely no.
That XD gives.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Very interesting, but stupid.
Rebel Moon Snyder Cut Blu-ray. Best movies ever made. Well, I know you enjoyed them.
I know you like them a
I
lot.
enjoyed the first one because I had low expectations. The
But
second one, not so much.
But I'm gonna ask you, Jace, where is this massive fan base that you told Baron and I and Mike? Huh? Where are they? Tell us.
God,
Show
you're gonna
us.
stir up the hornet's nest. Come on, man.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, of course, it's Cash. He was always going to stir up a hornet's nest.
I had to. Baron hasn't done enough.
Well, we tell him not to hit the hornet's nest. He's the one grabbing the stick and poking it.
I think that is bait. Is it?
But the only good thing in that movie, Fury Road, was that's bait.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I don't
the
think,
most Bill Gibson of the whole thing.
I don't think Crit's around right now, so.
And don't get me wrong, I like the actress that played Kara in Rebel Moon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But as far as the overall premise of the movie, yeah.
Things are getting nasty in the chat. Oh, this is better than the Gina Carano Ronda Rousey fight.
Yes, Jace, that's right. We know, Jace.
No.
You
And in this corner, weighing in at 245 pounds, Jason Hawks. And in this other corner, weighing at exactly 300 pounds, Tree Rock Creations. Gentlemen, I want a good, clean fight. Get ready to rumble.
Oh no, Jace, that's gonna be like your nonsense, just like about cartoons. It's gay, okay? What's gay about? I just never liked cartoons. We're gonna. Where's our little like a fish? We're just.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
You have no soul.
Dang it,
you don't
Jace.
like cartoons. You have no
How dare
soul.
you, Jace? How dare you? I know you didn't grow up with them. We're gonna tie you down in a chair and we're gonna make you watch Looney Tune cartoons for a little while, and you will like it. You will like it, Jace.
You don't like it, Kyle.
You know what, Jace? You know what? you know what? Okay, fine. Mr. Norwegian, you think you're big, bad, and tough? Your whole Viking skull? Well, guess what? Ow.
He said, "Today is a good day to die."
And this
Hey, you
match is a damn good Telltale game.
Hey,
Even though it's not made by Telltale.
Hey, Tree Rock, you forgot Mac and me.
Yeah, Mac and me. Come on. How can you forget Mac and me?
Mac and me.
Hey, the Ronald McDonald cameo, best ever.
Oh, old Futurama is great, Lady Miss. Classic stuff. Great. So much great substance there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm glad I got the first run on DVD.
You know what video I need to add back, but I won't do it until the 15th? Hypnotoad.
Oh, yes. Hypnotoad.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Hypnotoad.
Hypnotoad. Hypnotoad.
Hypnotoad. Hypnotoad. Hey. Flash Gordon is an all-time classic, so watch it. You're kind of
Watch your mouth there, Tree Rock. Just like earlier, I said if anyone wants to fight me about Helen Slater being the best Supergirl, you can go in and fight me, but also go in and fight me on Flash Gordon. I'm ready.
Gordon's alive?
And it's good to see the lovely lady, Lady Arwen Avalon. It says Supergirl is sweet and gentle and oh so feminine, and I want to be just like her. So stunning and brave. She's the bestest ever.
The bestest.
How are you doing, Arwen? And DJ
I like it when
Ronnie G.
Plum's hanging around with us.
The bestest ever.
I used to think that the Flash and Flash Gordon were the same guy. No, DJ. No.
Definitely not.
Flash Gordon is not the Flash.
No.
Flash Gordon is better than Flash.
Savior of the universe. Bum, 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 bum.
And Arwen says, doing pretty good. Hope y'all are having a good Sunday. We are. We're mocking the weekend box office.
Mm-hmm.
And we're praising other movies that are doing well, like Obsession and The Backrooms.
Yeah. Not my kind of films, but woo! All
really
power
good.
to them, man.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Or in your case, woman.
So, yeah.
No.
The rumor right now, again, it is the rumor, but Masters of the Universe will be released on Prime later next month. So, you know what's going to happen, you fur-faced boob known as Baron Orman Tagge?
Oh, the pain, the pain.
And you, good boy.
Oh boy.
I know, that's a piss poor Skeletor impression.
Yes, it is.
Silence, you boob! You imbecile!
Who was the voice of Megatron again? John,
Frank Welker. Frank Welker.
I was listening to one of the audio books the other day. Judge Dredd audiobook. And of course, they love pulling stuff out of pop culture and all that. And they had an incident just off of Frank Welker Boulevard.
Well, he is a well-known voice actor, and you know, I have heard voice actors say when they've auditioned for a role, "Oh no, Frank's got it."
So wait, Jace,
Chris
does that mean you might sometimes quit Star Wars: The Old Republic? Are you getting to that point?
That's a good question. Too bad I wasn't there. You know, who knows what he had for some Star Wars stuff I might want to abscond with.
Right. Yeah, seriously.
That's the Norwegian one.
Well, I've had a crush on Helen Slater since I was 6 years old, so she'll always be the number one Supergirl to me.
Very
but
cute.
at least
Cute as the bug's ear.
And let's see, Treyarch says he would have been here sooner for this stream, but I had some work calls. Well, you know what it is around here, Treyarch. Let me just find the clip. Just gotta look for Frodo and Gandalf. Where are you guys? There
finally
you go.
gave up.
A wizard is never late. Nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Yeah, I gave up with it before you did, Jace. It was getting so boring.
Yeah, well, it just started. It also just became more of a microtransaction thing. It only goes so far. There's still some good storylines in there, but then it just falls apart. It needed better PvP, a lot of stuff they waited too long on things too. They dragged stuff out, and then people had left already. So it's like, why would they want to come back?
Yeah, I mean, they've changed so many things in that game. I couldn't even get back into it.
Yeah.
They promised
It's
things,
like,
they didn't deliver. They just,
I have Star Trek Online installed on my computer, yet I hardly touch it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It can be fun, but
you ran about a month ago.
Yeah, well,
it was almost 4 months ago, Baron.
Really?
Well,
I thought I saw something there.
We'll have to play it again. I mean, that game can be. It wasn't bad on stream, but
I just pop in there so I can look at the ships.
It's just there's a few things even in that game, like that little puzzle thing that they had where you just had to pick the numbers and stuff. It was weird. It's like, this is just busy work crap. Why are we doing this?
And we're not going through all the lists. We're just going through the top 10 for the movies. And the last one, with 1.6 million domestically for a complete total of 175 million domestically, is The Mandalorian and Grogu. Where Grogu is apparently in the majority of the movie with very little Mando.
Mm-hmm. And now Ron Howard goes, woo! Something was even worse than Solo.
Yeah.
Solo was actually somewhat decent. So somewhat.
Well, I know Solo was a good movie. Yeah,
it was. I know they always like to say it lost money. I mean, it did, but that's
it did.
Not this bad.
Like I've said before, I've never played Birth of the Federation. But yeah, 325 million worldwide. It's not going to meet what it is required to meet to be profitable, which is around 400 million when you put in its production budget, and then you double that. Mm-hmm. If the marketing budget, it's not going to make it.
Mm-mm. But Grogu's our savior.
Yay, Grogu.
Oh, he was popular during the first and second season of The Mandalorian, but that will only last so long, and we've already seen that.
Yeah, they ran him into the ground.
They ran him. Yes, they ran him into the ground. He didn't need to be. That one episode that Filoni Baloney directed was fine, and then no more Grogu after that. They should have. Mando and Boba should have teamed up in the Book of Boobaloo's show and stuff, but all that.
What's that green drink in the blender?
Although, I heard that the sauce that Burger King used for the Mandalorian and Grogu meal was pretty good, but I don't have a Burger King near me, so.
I didn't know they had one.
Burger King in years. Yeah.
No.
I love Burger King.
Well, and let's see. What can we say about the box office? Because we look at it each and every week. Well,
what can we say about
as soon as it plays?
Now comes the part.
Yeah,
that's right. Always all right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
You know it.
Yeah, Hollywood. You're never going to learn your lesson, are you?
I don't know. It's going to take a lot. But...
It's going to take something.
Yeah, because Toy Story, I think it's going to have a big drop next weekend with Minions coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And I still stand by my 48% drop for Supergirl next weekend.
Banana.
And Obsession, it'll still be in the top 10. It won't be at number 3 next weekend, but it'll still be in the top 10, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah. Raking in the dough.
And if anyone ever runs into James Gunn, just look at him, shake your head, and walk away. What are you doing?
No, I'm going to do the Nelson laugh.
Yep. Do that.
There's always also the what the fuck and just walk off. In fact, I'm challenging everybody. If you go to a convention, you see that unyuck.
That's
just
right.
Go, do the shoulder shrug and go, what the fuck? And just keep on going. Don't stop. Nothing else. You know, see how many people will do that at a convention.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I don't have the Nelson laugh on my soundboard.
Oh, too bad. I mean, standing in line at the Arby's, just walk up and go, what the fuck? And just walk away.
Run into James Gunn at an Arby's. Of all places.
I doubt he even goes to an Arby's.
Oh man.
Hey, I remember when Tom Bernard, one of the DJs we had, but he was working for the record company, took Duran Duran to a Burger King in the town I grew up in. It's like, Duran Duran at a Burger King.
Hey, why not?
Crazy, man. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know if you guys have seen the videos, especially during the World Cup. But people from England,
yes, I've
just going absolutely bonkers over ranch dressing.
It's great.
They're like, you guys dip your food in this? Oh my God, this is wonderful. And seeing some Brits react to biscuits and gravy.
Yeah.
Like that. That's right. Great Britain will become the great.
It's like,
that's how we adopt the world. Have this. Have that.
Oh, the media just hates it because, they've been saying about how horrible the States is and all that. And these people are coming over here and experiencing it. And it's like, it's nothing like we've been told. This is great. We love it here.
Yeah, it's funny.
Hey, yeah. Here's what you do: take these wings, dip them into the ranch. But no, I mean, it's great to see people react to food that they're not accustomed to, and actually going, "Can I have more?"
Yeah. Somebody also told me there's a video out there for some reason of some Aussies bashing Trump or something. It's so weird. I don't know. It's bizarre. I don't know. I haven't seen that video, but I'm sure it's on TikTok. Somebody was telling me about it, calling them certain names and so on. I'm like, well, that's going to happen sometimes.
Yeah, I've seen that too, John, where, they're, just enjoying the fact that there's AC because a lot of their flats don't have AC.
No.
Same thing with Japan.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Escape from the EU.
Escape from California, New York, the EU, you name it.
And surprisingly, we still have air conditioning here in California.
Hey, don't give Newsom any ideas.
Oh man, yeah. Well, he's surprisingly on his way out and stuff. So
yeah.
Soon
the cat is still upset. He's not getting the one he wants. Katie Porter.
Oh yeah, right. That's a win.
Please pour potatoes on me, please.
No, gentlemen, with the 250th birthday of our country, the United States of America, coming up next Saturday, what are you looking forward to?
Probably, obviously, the beautiful fireworks, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I hate to say I'm probably not going to be doing much anything, but, listening to the fireworks or seeing the fireworks, keeping honey calm from the fireworks.
And T-Rock says maybe the foreigners need to watch old 80s Saturday morning cartoon commercials.
That was from the 70s, man. That was 70s. Yeah, and that guy going around being an obnoxious jackass and everything. This is how you make wagon wheels. But yeah, don't try. I remember being a kid. I was a young kid when I watched that. That's why I know it's from the 70s. And even at that age, I'm kind of looking at it as like, bitch, don't tell me what to do.
Well, I do know for this Wednesday show, we will be joined by Phil McCracken on the panel as we watch and discuss the movie The Patriot, the extended edition.
Woo-hoo.
Extended? Ooh.
Sweet.
Yes.
Awesome.
But I'm excited about the 4th of July because, I'm actually allowed to celebrate a milestone for the country. I wasn't around in '76 for the 200th, but I will be around for the 250th. And for some people, they only get to experience a milestone like this sometimes once in a lifetime, sometimes twice in a lifetime.
Schoolhouse Rock, yep. Yeah, I was there. I was there in '76. About the same time, I'm yelling at the TV, going, "Bitch, please don't tell me what to do," especially with my food.
Well, that's why I'm saying for some once in a lifetime, for others twice in a lifetime.
Yeah.
I mean, about it.
It's only 50 years. Yeah.
For anybody born this year, they'll get to experience the 300th.
Yeah, I can understand. Yeah,
I hope so, and I hope it's going to be a great one.
I can understand that, Lady Miss. The thing is, like, even when the mayor here and other people say don't fire off fireworks, let's do it anyways. And like one year we had like
people have always done that.
Yeah, it's like mortars going off, and then unfortunately, of course, sometimes there can be fires. I wonder why. So they just keep doing it, and then of course the police have to be called, and then they have to stop, and or there's police helicopters around, and it would be fine. It wouldn't be as bad, I guess, if they would go somewhere else, but they want to cause problems, and then they stop. But I guess there could be a lot worse things, but. It's just like when they say, there's actual fire damage here, a danger here, or whatever. Oh, that's fine. Let's fire off fireworks. Like, it's stupid.
I'm thinking positive for the Washington movie there, John. I'm thinking that it will be a good movie.
There's definitely potential there for it to be a good film. Yes.
I think a lot of hot dogs should be eaten that day.
Hot dogs, hamburgers.
I just find it very interesting that there hasn't been that many things about the Revolutionary War, like movies, and there's been like documentaries, sure, but there hasn't been like many movies like The Patriot out there. And I really believe, and people can get mad at me all they want for this, but I really believe there's a lot of people now that just don't like this country, and so they don't want to think about all the stuff, especially of Hollywood, that could be making more patriotic films, and they don't. And I think that's really disappointing.
Well, sadly you're right. I mean,
The Patriot is a great movie, and it
does have some historical inaccuracies. I'm not going to say it doesn't.
Of course.
Like you didn't have changelings partake in the Revolutionary War.
Oh man!
Oh boy!
Fucking hell, Baron!
There,
fucking changelings in the jeez.
Here I am being serious about the damn thing.
Dang it, Baron!
I know. I couldn't help it because Renee Auberjonois was great. Renee Auberjonois was great in the movie.
Yes, he was. He was excellent in the movie. And yeah, Lady Miss brings up another problem.
Yes,
with people setting off fireworks, setting them off and burning down their own houses down or their neighbors' houses down.
No. And they do it. Yeah, and they're using obviously illegal fireworks. I mean, I can understand, but people will get upset about this because, especially when they're like, "There's fire danger around." Oh, I don't care. It's that arrogance again that drives people crazy. It's that arrogance. I could do this because I can. So.
I figure I'm going to go out there, set off some C4 and fire my Chinese-made SKS in the air.
But I mean, around here, you can go into stores and buy fireworks. I'm not kidding. And also, I went to the store the other day, and in the parking lot, they had a tent set up where people could buy fireworks.
Yep, I'm sure we got.
And it's nothing unusual in my area. It's always been readily available where you can buy fireworks, but not every town allows you to fire them off.
Well, especially in Minnesota, you're not supposed to get things that go bang, sparklers and things like that. But with Wisconsin being 1 year, they basically sent every police you could imagine in the friggin' state to be on the border of Wisconsin and stop cars coming over from Wisconsin into Minnesota so they could search if they had fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, all the dealers, the prostitutes, the pimps, all that are sitting back going, "Hey, it's a free day. Let's do it." Cops are all in Wisconsin.
Yeah, people.
And John saying that there was a kid around his area years ago who blew off 2 fingers. 15 years later, he became assistant fire chief up the road.
That's how you learn a lesson.
Yeah, it's just like celebrations. I mean, look at the nonsense that went on with the Knicks and stuff. It's like, you guys, you don't have to act like this.
Well, what about when the Dodgers won the World Series? You know, we had somebody holding a firecracker and he blew his fingers off.
He did. The bus got burned. It was interesting. In 2025, things weren't as bad. It's like they were more prepared. Even doing the donuts it's not the best thing, but if there isn't many people around, it's okay, I guess. It's just, you can't. I mean, they did obviously trash stuff of the Knicks, but I also agree with other people. Are those really fans, or those just agitators, or looking to cause trouble and take advantage of this? Which I think is both. But yeah, I think it's both.
And of course, you managed to get your own Dodgers garbage can.
Right, sure, I did.
When they won, so
pour all the trash. I don't think we had those actually.
But what's great about what John's saying about the assistant fire chief is you can go into the classrooms, right? Make sure kids, I got something to tell you.
Right.
It's going to be 4th of July, and you're gonna wanna do things. You see this? As he shows his hand and the fingers are missing. I blew those frigging things off with a firecracker.
It's so stupid. It's like, look, all right, if you're gonna light it in the street, fine. Then run away from it. Don't be very close. I don't care how young you are and stuff. You should know better. Do a little bit of research and don't do these stupid things. But I mean, we've all done stupid things when we were younger, but that is really stupid, man. Oof.
Battle rock.
Blowing off some of your fingers. Jeez.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we have the surgery now to repair this stuff, but
yeah, well,
that depends on how much fingers left.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And John says, back in my day, we made manhole covers dance and occasionally fly with our fireworks.
Boom, boom. Yeah.
But I'm gonna enjoy this 4th of July weekend and have fun. There are certain areas I will not drive to because it will be a long time before I'm able to get back due to traffic. But I'm still gonna enjoy it.
Yeah.
And yeah, this country isn't perfect, but I love this country, warts and all. And T-Rock says, Fez is a criminal? Nah, not back in that day. Rebel.
Being a criminal? What's that, man? Come on, man.
And John says about the assistant fire chief is that he became that good a firefighter and chief, much respected. Well, kudos to him. I mean, he obviously learned his lesson and made him go, I'm going to become a fireman.
Yeah, that's cool. Good story.
But Again, what are you guys looking forward to with this 250th anniversary of this great country?
Knowing that I'm living in the best country in the world, and it is.
Yeah.
It really is. And the proof of the pudding is the fact of how many people, despite what we're told, still want to come here and become citizens of this country. Almost a state, but of this country, and want to contribute to this country and be part of the American dream. The American dream is out there. We just need to get certain elements out of the way so people can actually do that.
Right.
But even with stuff like that, people still want to come. It's still, they view it as still a better life than where they're from, or and they might love their country and their the culture that they come from, but they see the Golden Hills and it's here. And we wouldn't be a great country if it wasn't for that fact. If no one wanted to come here, you were seeing people escaping left and right.
Yeah.
It's just that we just like these people coming over legally, and if we're coming over as guests, like all these soccer fans are, we're going to give you a good time there.
Yes.
And they start realizing how big this country is, and so many Europeans sneer. Yeah, so many Americans never leave America. They never leave it. They're just been in one country all their life. Then they discover when they come here that no, it's not just one country, but with all the different cultures.
I'm glad you bring that up, because I saw one video where the guy's reaction was just that. Oh my gosh, you guys don't have to leave this country with so many national parks and so many different areas you can go to, just to have fun.
How it takes hours to go across a country, go into another country. Maybe within a day you can be in 3, maybe even 4 countries in Europe. Here, you look at Texas.
Don't remind me about Texas. When I moved to where I am now, couldn't wait to get out of Texas.
But I mean, how long it takes to get from point A to point B, traveling across Texas, and then we sit back and go, yeah, but the big brother is up north. It's called Alaska.
And John's saying that he's hoping that they launch fireworks from the Nicholson Bridge again, like they did in 1995. Awesome show. And that's what the fireworks should be. It is a big party. It is a big deal. Yes, we're still a very young country. But it's a big deal for a lot of us, because we're never going to experience anything like this again.
No.
Well, our country is a quarter of a millennia old now, or at least since the signing of the Declaration, right? Which is more than enough time to build culture, or in many cases, cultures, because again, the many different areas that you have within the country, and sometimes even a state. That in some areas of a state is definitely far different from another area into a state. And the stories, the legends, be it, I would say this one for John Casey Jones, who was, because, living people become legends. And John Henry, a black slave who takes on the machine to show that, the machine can't, you need to have man's drive, not the machine, to continue on. And oh my God, you mean they turned a black a former slave into a folk hero? Yeah, maybe we're not as racist as you sit back and say we are. Our Johnny Appleseed, our Pecos Bill, even the Legend of Sleepy Hollow. Yeah, Washington Irving wrote the book, but you still had legends like that going back. In fact, it came over from the old country and permeated here. We have tons of stories and folklore. Paul Bunyan, up here particularly. So it's like, don't tell me that this country is too young to have these things. We've got it. And you're also insulting the many nations that were on this continent before we came, and their stories and their religious beliefs and their mythologies and folk tales and whatnot. I mean, if you take a look at it, the Coyote and Roadrunner is basically taking American Indian folklores and stuff and putting into a funny cartoon.
Yeah.
You know, the Coyote has a significance in stuff like that, but people are too obtuse to realize that. So yeah, this has a rich heritage. This country has a rich heritage. This country has folklore. It has rich culture, all down the line, and even different dialects as you move on. You got the Cajun, oui, mon ami. You got of course, with some of the more mixed in Hispanic and the English and all that. When you go to like the Southwest, where you've had people living in this country and been Americans since about the time this country was born, and they're proud of that. They're proud of that. It's like, yeah, my family was in California and became a state, and we've been here all that time. And it's like, what do you mean Mexico? Our family came from the Republic of California.
Yeah, and John brings up that his family ancestors who were among the founders and fighters in the Revolution, right. I got a bunch of them.
Right. And that's just it. We're just talking about 250 years of what we got now. We're not even talking back at the time when we were a colony and when others are coming over. We still have... we talk about, of course, the Mayflower Rock, people tracing their ancestry back to that. Daughters of the American Revolution, you can only be part of it if you can trace back to that. And whatnot. So, yeah, things are rich here. There's nothing to be ashamed of this country. This country was, is, and will be great.
I have family lineage that goes all the way back to John and Sam Adams.
Where's my beer?
Sorry, I'm not that close to that part of the family.
Yeah, and then you start hearing the shenanigans that happen even with the founding fathers. I mean, you want shenanigans? Read about Ben Franklin. Read his autobiography. Read a book called Fart Proudly, which was an address he gave to the British Navy when we were still a colony. And realize also that Ben Franklin was basically almost dragged kicking and screaming to be part of all this. But he wanted to remain loyal to the crown, but he realized, I guess I got to side with you guys.
Yeah, we had to tell King George, we're not doing this anymore. We're not paying these taxes anymore.
Mm-hmm. And let us not forget what King George III wrote in his diary on July 4th, 1776. Nothing of any substance happened today.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, he didn't know anything because the communications. So he did.
Think about how communications had to go back then. It was a few weeks, before word got back.
Weeks, months, yeah. I mean, they sent the original to King George. What we got, they sit back and say, "Oh, what we got is a copy." And yeah, you're right. We got a copy of it. It was done at the same time. But when you have important notes, what do? You make copies and make sure you have for filing. Except you didn't have carbon paper or machines. You
didn't have copy machines back then.
Yeah. So you had to have someone forge it legally. You had that many times because the original document was sent to King George, as you would, and King George promptly ripped it up, threw it on the ground, and stomped on it. But it is still filed in their files over there. Can you imagine going going over there and someone opening a drawer going, yeah, here is the copy of the Constitution that was sent to King George.
Yeah, that's an amazing piece of history if you're able to ever take a look at it.
Right.
That's part of our history. Think about it. July 2nd is when it was officially signed.
Yep. I mean, I got the notes that Madison had, as they're going through the whole thing in discussion out there, among other things. I mean, we have a lot of stuff. It's just to read and not listen to the nattering nabobs of negativities and down outright. And I'll say it, traitors that sit back and say all these lies about our founding fathers and what was going on and whatnot. Certain things were done because of certain ways. Hey, because that's how things were.
Mm-hmm.
And what's beautiful about the Constitution of the United States of America, just like they had for your preambles, in order to perform a more perfect nation, not a perfect one, a more perfect. That's why they had things opened up so you can add amendments. Of course, you say they added stupid ones like the 18th, which had to be repealed. You couldn't take it out. Once it's an amendment, it's amendment. All you can do is have an amendment and say, yeah, that amendment, bad idea, and move on. But realizing that okay, we got the first 10, the Bill of Rights, and if something should happen, you can add on to it. And a few years afterwards, guess what they did? They had to start adding a couple of amendments to flesh some things out. And as time went along, more and more got added to it.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll bring up a lot of these again Wednesday. But think about it, too. The Revolutionary War wasn't a war that lasted, a few weeks, a few months, a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
It lasted from 1776 to 1789.
Mm-hmm.
If my memory serves me correctly.
And, you think about it, how many of the soldiers died because of exposure, illness.
Mm-hmm.
They never even died on the battlefield.
No.
And wear paper on their feet for shoes.
Mm-hmm. Because a lot of them couldn't afford shoes. And I'm not going to be ignorant and say that we did it all ourselves. No, we had help. Spain, France.
Mm-hmm. Oui, mon ami. They had the Germans, the Kaisers. Mm-hmm. I believe the Hussars. And, of course, we got them on Christmas, didn't we? Yeah, it's just, and when you look into, the actual history, again, history is not a lazy man's game. It takes a lot of work. For someone to be able to be immersed in all different sort of histories and lettered and all that, it's like, wow, what's wrong with you? I wish I had your brain, because most of the time you're kind of focused on one area because there's just so much you got to go through, decipher, decode, research, and of course, then someone finds something and ruins it all, and you got to start from square one again.
And I'll admit it, when I was in high school and I was in world history, I enjoyed it, but I didn't enjoy it as much as U.S. history. Now, granted, I didn't fail the class.
Mm-hmm.
And I was, still able to get a good grade in my world history class.
Mm-hmm.
But when I got
all your papers ended with, but still, America's better.
But when I got to U.S. history and started really learning about it more so than I had been told in social studies in elementary school and even in junior high school, I really just gravitated to it. And a lot of that does have to do with the fact that both my grandfathers served in World War II. My dad was in the Coast Guard during Vietnam. My uncle actually served in Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
And, just learning about family history and then, meeting other people who were in the military. And
right.
There's a lot of history to this country. And Phil, I'm looking forward to you joining us on the panel on Wednesday as we watch and discuss The Patriot. It's good to see you tonight, brother.
Which is not a Mel Gibson film, it's a Roland Emmerich film. A lot of people probably don't realize that. Think, oh, this is Mel Gibson trying to do an American version of Braveheart. But no. This is a Roland Emmerich. But, Mel's in the lead, and damn good, too.
Yeah, I enjoy the movie. I was saving it for this week to do a watch party on it.
Only 2?
Wow.
Come on. You got to pump those numbers up, man. I'm sure there's got to be more. But yeah, I mean, when you start off with, again, the American Revolution and in that time, and how it flows into, 1812 and then into the Civil War, which, and I'm thoroughly, absolutely convinced, with them keeping the Constitution open like they did, right? And you had, a strong battle between anti and pro-slavery in there. One of the loudest voices was Ben Franklin, needless to say. But how they worded the Constitution, as you read through the Constitution, it leaves with no doubt about the fact that we are creations of God, and we are entitled to our life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. And that alone that you have in there would have opened up the floodgates to freeing slaves. People get sat back saying, really, how can we proclaim this when we have people enslaved, when man is endowed with these inalienable rights to have? And I think our founding fathers are hoping to be a peaceful ending of slavery. But you had so many idiots out there, the know-nothing, Buchanan, all these that made it to the point that it took a war. I mean, obviously the Civil War is more than slavery. Don't get me wrong, but that's the thing that helped bring that final end to it. And
you're a little muffled there, Baron.
Oh, my apology. My thing must have gone down. But only 3 had no slavery.
And let's also not forget that Delaware is the first state of the Union.
Right. But I think they still were hoping that they could have a peaceful way of, ending slavery like Britain did. But unfortunately it didn't. And also there were 3 slave states in the Union during the Civil War.
Yes.
It kind of throws a little bit of a wrench in there when you say that all was for ending slavery. Well, here are 3 states that want to argue with that point, But then you get into the cowboy, the Wild West, the expansion, the opening of these lands, and humankind's wanderlust. Basically the wagon train, which would be used to go to the wagon train to the stars. What's over that hill? What's over that mountain?
Well, when you think about the expansion to the west, not everybody had what it took to go on those wagon trains and leave, pretty much pick up their roots and go someplace else. It was a long, tough journey.
I think many of them, just like our European friends have come over, didn't realize exactly how vast it was. And then there's these little irritating things called the Rockies.
I mean, could you imagine being an early explorer? You're coming up to a mountain region like the Rockies, and you're thinking, how are we going to navigate around this?
You don't. You don't.
And Phil says Delaware, Kentucky, Maryland, and Missouri were loyal to the Union, but were slave states, and so was Washington, D.C., even though it's not a state.
No. A district.
Yes. And it should always remain a district.
A district. Right. Well, another lesson here. Why was Washington District of Columbia created? Simple. One simple fact. Your people who are representing your state can only have residency in the state that they're from. But now you run into this little bit of a problem. They have to go to DC, and where are they going to live? Virginia? Now they're making residency in another state. Or, Maryland, again, same problem. Okay, we're going to have a loophole. It's called the District of Columbia. It's not a state, and this is a perfect place for, our representatives, our senators, to be able to live while they are doing their job.
And the reason why is because it's neutral ground.
Yep.
Doesn't belong to one state, doesn't belong to another state. It is neutral.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And I think they should have been a little hard when they came up with the rules for District of Columbia, that the only people who can live here are those who are serving in the Congress, and of course their aides and family. Of course, you have the great Georgetown College, so people who are working there are other people who are doing the things that are needed to be done to keep the district alive. Shop owners, restaurants, hotel people, professors, whatnot. They can live there. And of course, your students are transitory anyway, so it doesn't matter. They're going to be there for however long, and they'll scamper off. I think they should have had that in that basically, oh, you want to move to District of Columbia? What's your purpose for going in there? I know, I just want to move here and okay. Do you have a purpose for being in the District of Columbia? I don't think that's tough at all.
No, it's not a tough question to ask, because you don't want somebody there who has no purpose being there. If their only purpose being there is to cause trouble, well, then you're going to have a major problem.
Like we do now. Mm-hmm. And you got our representatives living in Virginia, in Maryland. It's like, why you've just violated one of the rules of what being in office is.
And in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, folks, if they are violating the rules, living in the state while representing their own home state, they should be out of office.
I agree. And the same thing with your district at home. If you don't live in your district, you're out.
Yeah, I don't like that. You should live in your district. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was going to say, it's like what we were saying. It's like,
right.
Don't make me come over there and bitch slap you, boy.
You can try, fat bastard.
Oh, I will.
No,
I'll have to get on the soapbox and do it, and get up there and
push you down the hill.
Oh, you would.
I would.
Lombard Street in San Francisco, right? Yeah.
Whoops. Who's that fat guy going down the hill? I don't know. Some fat guy. Did he eat that? Did he eat that other half fat guy? We're just gonna ignore that, though, right?
Oh, of course.
They always do.
Man, that Family Guy thing was hilarious. So there's a fat guy eating the.
Yeah, basically, people are just going to be.
I see nothing.
Oh man. So ridiculous. But no, yeah, that whole thing about like people like Maxine Waters doesn't live in her district. It's ridiculous. I'm like, how is this? This shouldn't happen.
Why is it even allowed? Again,
I don't think it should be allowed. We've got to change some things, and I hope that when the ballots are finally officially counted here, I have this feeling that Spencer Pratt and definitely Hilton, they have something up their sleeve that there's going to be a reckoning. There's going to have to be.
We're going to have to take this long, especially in this day and age, to count ballots. I don't care what district you're representing, what state you're in. It shouldn't take this long.
I don't think you should be able to put in your ballot after the deadline. There's a deadline for a reason. So follow the deadline, and so, but they want to play Pratt, who actually wants to change stuff. How dare him? You know, I'm not saying Bass couldn't still win, but once again, Spencer Pratt deserves to have that chance to beat her. So I just don't. First, Spencer Pratt's like, I've lost. So Spencer Pratt, if he really thought he lost, I think he would leave California. But I think he has something.
I don't know that he would. I think he would stay and fight.
He seems to want to fight again. So and he's got people like Hilton, and if Hilton and Pratt want to team up and stuff, they can. I mean, they probably will anyways. But
you'll be a sidekick.
That's right, sidekick. Yeah, I mean, I'm on the team of Hilton and Pratt. They actually want to make California great again. I know that's a slogan that people don't like. Listen, do you not want your country being great?
Do you not want your home state to be great? Your city to be great?
Jeez. Please.
Yeah.
And tell me something.
Do you not want this country as a whole to be prosperous?
Ask yourself out there. Do you think, I don't care who the president, it could be Joe Schmo, whatever. Do you think
I'd vote for Joe Schmo. He hasn't never steered me wrong.
That's right.
No, not me either. I still got his pin.
If you actually see violence, say, going on in the colleges, don't you think, and there's actual government funding going for that, and they don't want to fix the problem, don't you think they should have their funding taken away? I don't care if it's Trump doing it. I don't care who it is. Doesn't that just make sense to people? I think it does. I think if you have government money going towards programming that's putting out any kind of anti-American slogans or whatever, yes, I think it should be taken away.
I mean, there's a difference in pointing out flaws, mistakes, stuff like that a nation's done.
Yeah.
I mean, we need to learn from our mistakes. We need to learn from our flaws. And whatnot.
Yeah.
But to go out there and just actively attack and say it was never great, it's blah, blah, blah. I hate it here. Well, there's a door. Don't let it hit you.
Yeah. And Mr. Sinister Reviews says, not sure why the fuck this page popped up on my feed, but I'm here for it. It sounds like, because of the way Cash was laughing, you know this particular individual.
No, it's just funny.
I find it funny too. But you know
I
what?
appreciate the good humor. It's good to see this. We appreciate that kind of humor here.
It's great. We are that kind of humor.
Yes,
but yeah, we like everything. Everybody. We talk about everything. It doesn't matter what it is, pop culture, whatever. In this case, being patriotic. I'm wearing my Eagle outfit right now, like the one you see on the Muppet Show.
I mean, again, I know there was a time where we, did Pop Talk on YouTube and Rumble. There was no Blaze yet, but there would be a point in time where we would go just to Rumble. But now we'll just talk about everything on both channels. Just chill out.
Yeah. I mean, just because, I want this country to be able to give opportunities again. But because you get those opportunities doesn't mean you're going to succeed.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true.
That is the important thing. At least you have an opportunity to do it. And maybe what you want to do, if you're not succeeding, is not what's meant for you. And that's life. It's not the government telling you that or me telling you that or whatever, but maybe life is the one that's telling you that.
Even the early settlers of this country had to work hard in order to build a new life.
Just just start doing more research and so on. Work on building something great. Who knows where it's going to go? Don't let people out there try to stop you. If you want to make something great, or you in your mind or whatever, do it. Probably not the best direction is dumb fan fiction, but if that's what you want to make, that's probably subjective in itself. But it depends.
Well, again, the greatness of the country. I knew people who were like doctors in where they came from, and other places of renown type of thing. You have to be whatever, doctor, professor, whatever. But they came here and they weren't able to do that because didn't have the proper accreditation. So they're working at a Kentucky Fried Chicken and they're not complaining. In fact, one guy was from Cairo that I knew. Great guy. And he gave me a ride home. And he's playing his music and he's explaining what the song is about. It's about this lady who, lost her man or whatever. And they're, and basically it's a love story of trying to get back together and such like that. Now, didn't have a long enough drive to really get into it. But, he's explaining the music and stuff like that. But here's a man who should not be working at Kentucky Fried Chicken, but is, because he didn't have the accreditation. He's not complaining. He's here. So it's like, well, there's a person, he has the opportunity though. He can go out and get those accreditations and get back to where it is. Or maybe it's like, well, maybe I want to go the other way. Living a little bit more of an easier life and making more money I did in my own country.
Mm-hmm.
That's opportunities.
And Mr. Sinister Review says, we live in a very opinionated world, gents.
Mm-hmm.
We're not allowed to think, act differently, right? Opinions harm egos of everyone nowadays. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately.
You state your opinion. Someone doesn't agree with your opinion, they're automatically offended.
Yes.
By the way, I just want to tell you, I was offended by that. How dare you express that? My fifis were hurting. And you misgendered me.
Here's what I say about your fifis. and Mr. Sinister Reviews, this is something we just do for fun.
Help! I'm being repressed!
I like to give Baron a hard time. He likes to give me a hard time, Cash a hard time. We give each other a hard time.
Yes.
We all do. And be glad it's fifis and not feces. Okay?
I think it's good to hide from Phil most of the time. That's what I think, especially when he gets too crazy.
He's not that bad.
It's good to hide from Phil. And then he says, I'll find you. You're not going to always find me, Phil. Understand?
I mean, heck, Phil, I got to say, your A's have been doing better this year.
Yeah, that's true. They have been.
I saw America's Most Wanted, and he was on there, though.
I love it. Oh man,
that's great.
Yeah.
I'll find you, Cash. No worries. Yeah, he will, Cash. You know he will.
Taken 4.
I know where to find you, Cash. Where's my Sword Art Online, Cash?
Where is it? Where'd it go?
Actually, I was brushing my hair the other day. I can't believe how long it's gotten.
Oh, no.
It's like, geez.
God. Yeah. Paris brushing his luscious long locks, going, oh my God, look at my hair.
Well, no, I mean, my
hair is the best.
My hair and my beard are getting to be about the same. Actually, my hair went even longer, but when I was doing Viking reenactment, it's like, is this trying to, is my follicles telling me it's time to go out there and swing a sword again?
Maybe. I mean, I'd love to find out from the Wild Suffering, how many times has she been looking for her rollers, and she comes out and notices that her rollers are in your hair.
Well, she doesn't have any, and I don't use her. I just keep it naturally long and luscious. It's her conditioner that I use without her.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to use that Pantene, right?
Yeah, exactly. It does wonders. It does wonders. I mean,
or that Vidal Sassoon. I don't even know they still make that.
Yeah, that's a good question. No. Ooh. Yeah, I'm still looking for high karate.
Really? You want to clear a room with that stuff, huh?
You got it. You got it. I mean, the original axe. But no, it's like, wow, it's like, the long suffering has been saying, you should get a haircut. You should get a haircut. It's like, why? And it's like, oh, now I see it. It's
you know what's going to happen. Baron's going to start a metal band, a Viking metal band.
Ooh. I got movies of me doing Viking reenacting in swinging a sword.
Ooh,
Huh.
I would love to see those one day.
Yeah, I gotta see if there's a way I can do some transferring or something of some of that stuff. Yeah, I'm very in touch with my fifis.
Yeah,
Fifis.
yeah,
not-
I figured.
I wonder. I wonder.
Seeing if it's on a website.
Well, I know there is a website out there. I've been out of it. Oh shit, he's still doing it. I just took some look at some of the pictures of some of the rogues. I've been out of it for so long. I don't know anybody anymore. But yeah, it was because of that. That's where they were trying to get us involved with the reality show. You know, oh, these real life Vikings of today. It's like, what are you talking about? Okay, I don't really see. I'll have to see if there's a way I can transfer some of this stuff over, and then I can show it.
Yeah, you might be able to if it's on VHS. You might be able to transfer it digitally.
DVD.
Okay, well, DVD shouldn't be too hard to rip it on hard drive and.
Yeah. I'll see if I can do that there. But then you can be regaled with the great Viking wars of that I was involved in. I mean, if you find if anybody can find episodes of Let's Bowl, which was on, I believe, Comedy Central, there is an episode where I am on it as a Viking and with a bunch of other people, and yeah, it's kind of funny. One of the things running up and grab my axe, and they're doing those dancing. Then she looks at me and goes, "This thing's real?" I said, "Yeah. Okay." And then she got very careful dancing with my axe.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to hurt yourself with that.
Oh yeah, that was a freaking battle axe, the battle troll. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or was it the battle witch? I can't remember, the smaller one. But yeah, all the stuff we had was real. We didn't go out there with plastic, boys and girls. None at all.
That's a lot of fun. And again, I would love to, if you ever get the time to get them onto your hard drive, I would love to see some of those videos. Heck,
Yeah.
Maybe what you should do, Baron, this is just a suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do it.
You can take it as you will. Upload them to your YouTube page.
Yeah, I could. I've been kind of thinking stuff like that. Oh, okay. No, I just kind of look. Sorry, just doing a little searching here, boys and girls.
And DJ says he has an episode of Quark that helps with 70s nostalgia. I've never watched it.
That was a great show. Great show. It really was. Very good.
John asks DJ, are you pondering what I'm pondering?
Sounds dangerous.
United Galaxy Sanitation Patrol.
Mm-hmm.
If it's about the two blondes on Quark, then yes, Fez.
Mm-hmm. That's the one.
Double your pleasure, double your fun. Yeah, the Doublemint twins, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can never forget about them.
No, never in a million years.
And the fact that their sister's Katie Seagal.
Really?
It's like, yeah, I believe.
Ooh.
I'm double checking myself. I'm double checking myself so I don't sound like I'm talking out of my ass.
Yeah, no problem. I do that all the time. Wow. I hardly know anybody there, but boy, they got young. Oh, they got that wrong.
I am checking. I'm using the power of the internet to check.
You mean the interwebs?
Whatever. Let's see what I can get.
No, and it's kind of funny. The special effects weren't so bad for a show that a show that was low, didn't have a lot of money on it. And Buck Henry was one of the creators of the show, if not the creator.
Let's see. Yes, they are. Katie is their older sister.
Wow. I'm this far out of
some mighty fine genes in that family.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm this far out of puberty. I just find this out now.
See, who says Pop Talk can't be educational?
Are we?
Yes, I just educated you.
Oh.
I educated you on the fact that Katie Skull is the older sister of the Doublemint twins.
They are? She is? Wow.
She is, Baron. Yes. Here, I'll bring it up on screen.
I know I'm giving you a bad time. I'm playing the dumb guy.
Sure you are. Oh, you're playing it well, that's for sure.
That's not too hard for either one of us to play the dumb guy from one episode to the next. But yes.
It is? Yes. Are you sure? I think he's talking to you.
All right, Homer Cash Buddy. All right, so the relationship between the Doublemint twins and Katie Seagal. The Doublemint twins were a pair of identical twin actresses, Liz Seagal and Jean Seagal, who appeared together in Wrigley's Doublemint gum advertising campaigns in the 1980s. They also co-starred in the TV series Double Trouble from 1984 to 85 and appeared as cheerleaders in Grease 2 in 1982. Katie Seagal, born Catherine Louise Seagal in 1954, is the older sister of both Liz and Jean Seagal. She is the firstborn among 6 siblings, which include her twin sisters Liz and Jean, her brother Joey Seagal, and other siblings such as David Seagal and Blake Champion. Katie is also the stepmother to Jackson White, the son of her husband, Kurt Suter. So yes, Katie Seagal is the older sister of the Doublemint twins. She is part of the same Seagal family that produced several notable entertainers, including her twin sisters Liz and Jean and her brother Joey Seagal.
You know what's great about dating a girl who has an identical twin sister?
I don't know. I've never been in that situation.
After you have hanky panky, with your girlfriend there, you can walk up to her sister and go, "I know what you look like naked."
You want me to kick him now, there, Cash, or later? I mean, I've already kicked him.
Oh boy.
John has probably the best reaction. Cool.
Yeah, cool.
That's gonna be part of his stand-up, John. I guess.
Yeah. From now on, Baron's gonna be on the road.
That's right.
Hello. 2-drink minimum, everybody. Thank ya.
Hello. I know I've already used that, but hey, I'm using it again.
Hey, it's worth using, man. It's worth using. Because it's one of the greatest.
Yep, Ed McMahon.
Wow, I didn't know where that was going to go, but with Baron, you never know.
Come on, Cash. We've been doing this show for quite a while
Oh,
with the three of
man.
us. And
Hey,
Like, you
that
know the
was-
best thing about twins? And I'm like, oh boy. You got to take that on the road, Baron, and see what happens. Type it somewhere. Go on Reddit, type that, and see what goes on. I'm
Well,
curious to see what their reaction is going to be.
Baron would be like Austin Powers.
Yes.
I'm
Definitely.
Yeah,
trying to have
baby.
a conversation
Oh,
with
my
Baron, and Baron's talking with twins, and he looks at me and goes, "Twins, Mike, twins."
That's right. He would.
That wouldn't be just
Baron-
Austin Power.
Baron would be like that other person I used to know in college who would go, "Don't you understand why she bends over?" I said, "I'm not really paying that much attention. This is just a game, dude." Don't you see she's bending over to show her breasts, man? Okay, that's wonderful.
Yeah,
but,
that would be Baron. That would
would.
be him.
How could you not see that? Are you living under a rock, man? Yeah. Okay.
Come on, boobies, man, boobies.
Come on, dude. That's why she's doing it. That's why they did it. That's how Lulu does that in the game.
We go to laughing about Supergirl at the box office, and we talk, about the American Revolution, and we're serious with that, and then we get silly again.
Yes.
What
It's Pop
the
Talk.
hell is wrong
It's
with
Pop Talk. Nothing.
What is okay? Just want to check.
Nothing at all.
Mm.
I mean, heck, I like I said, I've been saying this whole show. Helen Slater, go ahead, fight me. I will defend that woman.
You should.
You would.
Everyone should defend Helen Slater. If you know who that is. And if you don't, go look her up. Go look her up.
Well, that almost came out wrong.
Yeah,
Cash.
It did.
Yeah. You better be careful.
Yes.
Here, for anyone who is unfamiliar. So, I mean, God, she's still a gorgeous woman.
She is, isn't she?
All right.
Yay.
My Supergirl. I don't care. I don't care what anyone says about the movie.
And
It's a
see,
hill
that's
on
what-
die.
The movie still understands who Supergirl is supposed to be. So
right. Yeah.
that's the most important part.
Ba, 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 ba.
No.
This is her now.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, fight me.
I'll fight you for her. Close to my age and yours. Close to my age.
Hey, well, what the hell is that supposed to mean?
She's probably into men like me. It's like,
Oh, shut up.
This guy did. I swear. This guy over here,
hey,
Ben,
but
this guy.
But she's married.
So are you. That's not stopping you.
Leave it to John.
You know what the best thing about twins is? Next her in the audience, Danny DeVito. They're in the break down. Three, just a Magnum. So there I was, blasted.
Blasting. Oh, yeah. That's too scary. It's too true to be. It's.
And John says, "Wow, he's got a front porch you can have a tea party on." He's always been attractive, man.
Yeah, she has. Her eyes.
Well, that's how she gets you.
Yep. That's how they always get you. The eyes. Not the eyes, though.
The eyes.
Not the eyes, man. Not the eyes.
I mean, here's another picture of her as Supergirl. Let me bring this up. I just gotta reshare my screen, folks. Don't worry.
I worry.
Oh,
Can't I worry?
no, you
my.
can't. Just beautiful eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Humana. And then, of course, you see people put the modern Supergirl outfit on her. The way you can tell is just by how everything's shaded, the coloring, the fake lighting. But yeah, my Supergirl. And so many others from my generation. Supergirl.
And see, that's why Sydney Sweeney would be horrible being Supergirl, because the body type, Supergirl's kind of got that, more petite. I don't know if you'd say that one. While Power Girl's got the more voluptuous, which they both work both ways. And again, you don't want to destroy the looks of each one of these ladies, because they're just as beautiful. So what we need is Power Girl, a Power Girl movie.
Yeah, and then for anyone who's unfamiliar with Power Girl, I'm trying to find a good image.
Oh, because once you see it.
Yep.
Oh my! I forgot Helen Slater was in City Slickers. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Here, let me share my screen. Make sure I'm sharing the right tab.
What's wrong with the left tab?
Nothing.
Okay.
But I mean, this is what she looks like. Now I will do a search.
Oh, I'm sure someone's done Sydney Sweeney as Power Girl.
I'm pretty sure they have, Baron.
Some might be that we could show. Some might, we might be able to show some.
Well, what? That's why I'm going to remove my screen just in case I encounter anything that's not YouTube appropriate.
That we would enjoy, but would get us in trouble. That's all I got to say. Wow, Cash has gotten silent. I'm not talking to these guys no more.
Nah, he's not. Let's see.
Make you a tofu sandwich.
Yeah, throwing it at you. No, I'm just looking up Helen Slater stuff right now. Some of the stuff that she's.
I'm sure you are.
In the initial, I'm not seeing Sydney Sweeney.
It's crazy.
As Power Girl.
I think that was probably the movie I was thinking. The Legend of Billy.
There's fan.
Yeah. That's probably what I was thinking of, Baron. The Legend of Billie Jean. I think that's what I saw, because there's that music video from
yeah,
Pat Benatar, I think. Yeah.
Somebody did Sydney Sweeney up as Power Girl.
There we go.
It would work.
It would.
Yeah, it could work. Yeah.
I mean, even looking at her here in this picture.
Yeah.
It would work.
She's got the facial features.
I saw a video of her recently. She seems to be actually a nice person. You'd think she'd be stuck up, but she seems to actually be a nice person. There were some people, she's at the Knicks game that she was talking to. She was being nice, because you'd think, she's probably stuck up and so on, but nah. She might actually.
She seems to have her head on her shoulders and her feet on the ground, but or so. I don't know. I'm only speaking from what I see in interviews and.
I mean, I really hope so. Really hope so. It's like one of those.
I think as crazy as something like I'm sure, like Euphoria, it was an opportunity for some of these people to do things really crazy and stuff that they probably would never do in their career. But yeah, I just.
Yeah.
Same with Zendaya and some of these other people doing something in their career. It's just like, I don't know, some of these roles, I'm like, I don't care how much you're getting paid. I'm like, no.
Cash ain't having that.
Let's say we go ahead and wrap up this edition of the show. And before we do that, do either one of you have anything you want to promote? Anyone you want to promote?
None for me.
I still got it. Mike and I have talked about some stuff and so on, but I also want to make it clear because on Thursday I heard some nonsense rumor. I thought I was listening to CNN.
What was a nonsense rumor? It's actual fact.
Sure. That for some reason I'm a fan of this blasphemy, this Star Trek Academy nonsense.
You are,
and for some reason
going on about it,
and for some reason I'm happy to see Helen Hunter's feet. I can't.
yeah, you are. You were telling me that the other day. You just seem to have forgotten.
Right. He does take me for the. He does take me for kind of a feet guy.
Gosh, Helen Hunt's feet. Helen Hunter, yes.
Holly
Hunter. Why am I saying Helen? That's so funny, but
because we're talking about Helen Slater.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, Holly Hunter, which you know what? Until then, had actually a really good. I don't know, whatever. But yep, don't like. I know we're not supposed to tell people to don't watch this, but like, if you're really desperate and you're looking for something on television, and for some reason you've watched some track and you're like, oh, I'm interested in this. Yeah, you go ahead, give it a chance, see what happens. I'm not going to watch it. The three of us have seen enough clips to say.
I already saw 15 minutes of the first episode of Starfleet Academy.
Baron and I.
Because it was free on YouTube.
Yep. Let's see what this is. Oh, shit.
Let's see. And then I'm like, I'm out.
Yep, it's over. So.
Well, he did it to himself, folks.
Hey, at least I didn't pay for it.
That's right.
Yeah.
What is this? Oh, shit.
What
happened?
But Baron, do you have anything coming up?
No.
All right. Well, before I start letting everybody know what's coming up here on Pacific414 for YouTube, Rumble, and Blaze, I do want to thank, of course, Baron for being here and also Cash for being here. I also want to thank Jason Fox of 540 Studio, who started season 6 of The Beyond.
Yeah, fine.
Yesterday. So
it's 6? I thought it was. Oh, okay.
I thought it was in season 6 now. So. If I'm wrong, Jason, you're still here. Please correct.
Mm-hmm.
But glad to see him back and streaming. Also, the Godzillionaire. Thank you for being here, Godzillionaire. Good to see you, brother. Of course, the Pata Wannabe was here. Thank you for being here, Pata. Also, John Rendell, known as Fez Forever. Thank you for being here, John. We also had an appearance from Shane, also known as You're Wrong. No, you're wrong. I'm Mike. I'm always right. Even when I'm wrong, I'm right. Okay. I'm not always right. Of course, Baron's better half. And the reason why she has the long-suffering name, the long-suffering Miss Tagge, why? Because she has to live with him.
Hey, I got to live with me.
We have the lovely Lady Mist, the Guardian of the Void, the Keeper of the Dragons, DJ Ronnie G, and his turtles. Good to see you, DJ. Of course, Jed Sparks was here. And Tim joined us on both YouTube and the Rumble. Thank you for that, Tim. Also, Tree Rock Creations was here. Thank you for being here, Tree Rock. Also want to say thank you to the lovely lady herself, Arwen Avalon. Thank you, Arwen. And I also want to thank Phil McCracken for being here. And I also want to thank Mr. Sinister Reviews for joining the show tonight. Really appreciate it. And I also want to thank, because you know what I was about to do, gentlemen? I was about to make sure that the ending didn't play automatically, but I don't have to worry about that because I want to thank someone who's been very generous, and I appreciate her support of this channel. And without her, without so many of you, you know, this channel wouldn't exist. But Lady Mist, thank you for the $2 super sticker of the Shiba Inu Farting Hearts. So, Lady Mist, thank you very much. And I have this for you.
All right, put the money in the bag. I'll buy that for $1.
But that's not the only one I'm going to play for you. I'm also going to play this one.
I'd buy that for $1.
And of course, this one.
Greed is the purest, most noble of emotions.
Greed is dead. That's the 10th rule of acquisition.
No, it's not. The 10th rule of acquisition is greed is eternal.
Greed is
But Lady Mist, thank you very much. You know, I don't ask for you all to sign up for memberships. I don't ask for super chats, super stickers. The only thing I want is for everybody to come by, stick around for as long as they can, and have a good time while they're here. So again, to Lady Mist, to all of you, thank you very much.
And let us not forget, well, Hail Mouse!
Yes. Hell to the mouse.
Oh, there's a picture of me in one of my Viking outfits.
Do you have it on your computer?
Oh, yeah. But I also got it in my little bubble.
Huh. Well, let me make you a little bigger.
Mm-hmm. That's when I was on NHK2, the Norwegian National Television. They were here for a sit in my event, so they went, and I was one of their interviewees in their microphone there, and of course the subtitles that they had while they aired in
Subtitles said, "We have no idea what this guy is saying."
You got that right. Look at that. No gray at all. What happened to that guy?
Like all of us, we get older, and then we see our first gray hair and go, "So it begins."
Mm-hmm. So it begins, yes. That was the outfit I had when I went to Norway for the Olympics.
Nice.
Yeah.
I bet. And John, you and everybody have a great week. If we don't see you Wednesday, if I don't see you Tuesday, if I don't see you Thursday, for those of you here in the United States, have a wonderful week and a wonderful and safe, happy 4th of July. And let me just, yes, he was a young man at one point. Just did midair refueling in Top Gun on a bus in one try. Now that's an accomplishment, especially if you're playing the old NES Top Gun. Gotta see them movies, Baron. Yeah, we do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm serious, Baron. You gotta upload them to your channel at some point.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
I think people would like to see that.
I think I know.
Just my opinion.
Just your opinion. Yeah. I think I know where a couple are. Yeah. They're on disc and just need to get. Yeah, I think they're by the TV. Maybe I'll look for them, but I know I've seen them recently.
Awesome. But everybody, remember two things on this channel. When I'm playing a game, don't ever give up on me playing that game, because just when you do, you might miss something. And I'm not just a baseball guy. I'm an all-around here. And we'll see you for the next episode of Pop Talk on Wednesday. And I'll, of course, see you all Tuesday for more Mouse PI for Hire. Night.
Autobots, transform and roll out.
Pacific414 Pop Talk is here. Sit back and relax and join the conversation. We got Baron Orman Tagge, Cash Money 007, and even Mike too. Pop culture, entertainment, news and reviews. Discussions are had, opinions made from the panel to the chat. Everyone is welcome here. Reactions, watch parties, and special guests. We like to have a good time. Pacific414 Pop Talk is underway. Pull up a seat, we're inviting you to stay. Articles, collectibles, reviews, you say. Baron, Cash, and Mike bring the fun tonight. Now sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Don't forget to like or comment below. We almost forgot to share out the show. Pacific414 Pop Talk is one of a kind, it's true.